6 minutes at the start, so unfortunately. All right, hi guys, welcome everyone. We're gonna do this really quick. We're gonna speed run it this time. Yeah, very quick speed run because unfortunately the first time it was broken. So of course everyone here today: Air Mike, Char, Dirty Hippie, Ink, Calvin, Louis, Rivali, Steelhand, Rooster, and Ziff are all here today. Hi, say hi guys. You know, give them a wave.
Hello.
You know,
Hello.
give them a
What's
nice little.
up?
All right, everyone's ready. Yeah. All right.
Do it.
Let's go to the updates. So of course the updates for this one was Underworld, cave systems. You get mining over there.
Where's the coal?
You've got stone, coal, and iron that spawns in there, as well as elite wolves that defend. Fort system, completely revamped fort system, changed from the previous one. It was completely wiped out the other one, and this is a new one, which is nice and creative. The new catapult, new siege weapon that we have now instead of the ram, nice and long ranged, can be built also at camps, and also has to have a specific type of ammo that you shoot with. The new territory system now, each territory on each side has a kind of, I guess you could say, a distinctive color to define what the territory is, and you can expand this territory using tier 3 towns, and you can only build town centers and beacons and homesteads within these friendly territories. The new equipment hotkeys you got, which is to associate for each of the items within your equipment. So you just press the number. It's related between the numbers 1 to 9, and all you have to do is press the number, and it will equip to your hand that you want to use it on. You've got buy orders for the marketplace, so you can create an order by putting silver in. You have to have silver on your body and create an order by wanting something. Let's say you wanted fiber, so you do, let's say 30 fiber, and you're selling it all for 1 silver each, so you have to have 30 silver on you to put it in, and then someone has to then find you that fiber, submit it in there, and they will gain the silver. The new environmental visuals overhaul, which is all new trees, land, foliage, basically the whole works. The whole land was completely changed, I would say. There was just, everything is all new, all the shrubbery, actually except I think the twigs and the bushes, the berry bushes and all that is still the same, but all the new trees and everything like that is all different. So we've got all new visual effects. We have now finally what we've asked always, an indirect fire mode for the bow, which we will also go in detail later on about that. We'll rant about it now, but we can talk about it later on. So you of course just press F to change the fire mode from shooting straight to doing an arc shot. Now also a new combat system for the sword and shield. So sword attacks are chained. I don't know why this one is crossed out. I believe they maybe took that out or it was not working. But it also says sword hit patterns are now more granular, having multiple points of collision. So I'm assuming they're either trying to fix that or add it in later on. Sword chain attacks can also have can vary in speed based on both RNG and the amount of current total stamina. Shield guard now drops when attacking, so basically you've got to be careful every time you use the sword when you're swinging, so you don't get hit with your shield down. And there's also a bunch of new other quantity, I guess, items within now. Item quantity properly supported in the marketplace. You know, I'm not going to read through all of these, but basically a bunch of new changes relating to each well, not new items, but some of the older items within the game. Of course, so we had some new sound effects for the bench. You could partially durability can be stored now also within weapon racks and some other stuff. All right, sorry I had to go through that really quickly. That was kind of annoying that I had to speed through that one, but yep. So let's go back to where we were. So let's go to the good and the bad. Who wants to start it off? Who wants to start off their likes and dislikes? Let's go just top of the list. Let's just go to the top then. Let's go Air Mike first. Air Mike, what's your goods that you enjoyed and bads?
You sure you want to start with me? Because if you do, we're going to be here for a while.
All right, fine. Do you want to go to the end then? Yeah, I don't mind putting you last if you want. That's your choice.
No, I will be leaving in 10 minutes, so I'll give a quick overview.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to get you and maybe Zeph go first as well for that. Then if you two are going quick.
So basically things I like the new the system for capturing territory. I like the new market. I enjoyed the catapult, even though I did not have too much time with it. I do think it's a bit weak for its current state. They should make it so broad axes deal proper damage to it, but swords and like other weapons don't do a lot of damage to it.
So you're saying is that like
transporting
a bit bad then? Wouldn't you say then? Catapult weak.
Yeah, catapult is a bit weak. That's what I'd say. They should basically make it so the broad axes are what you need to use to take it out, because then it would also give the broad axes a proper use case.
Okay, yeah.
And you don't see people just spamming swords all the time. Market was good. What else was there? The caves, I find them cool, but I do think there's still a lot of work to be done. The resource spawning system is, I think, broken. I'm not sure the devs are yet to confirm it. There needs to be better ways to accommodate for the fact that you need light under there, because right now if you have a torch, you can only either take out the torch or use your sword. You cannot do both at the same time.
Yeah, you can. You can hold a torch and a sword.
Yeah, but if you try to hit with a sword, it throws the torch, which in my opinion, from what I can guess, is a bug. But it's still not ideal.
To you, because I never had that. I was always swinging with my torch out. I know if you have a torch,
I've thrown my torch in the cave pretty frequently.
Well, yeah, that's if you have nothing in your other hand. Yeah, you do end up throwing it. I do agree. That's
no, even with the sword, you still can't. You still throw it.
I don't know.
I did a lot of swording in the cave with a torch, and you could fight. It's only not if you do a pickaxe. But I agree, it's very annoying because if you forget to equip your sword, you throw a torch, and like this sometimes,
Then you get stuck in the cave. we were there once.
The new bow mode for the indirect fire is really nice. Now we can shoot up on walls, but it is very inaccurate and kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. I posted this in feedback. What they should do is they should implement a shield wall mechanic for that. So when you have like a group of archers standing together, their indirect fire becomes more accurate and faster. So it kind of directly through gameplay enforces the fact that it needs to be used in a volley rather than solo archers. Well, what else? The economy has gotten very slow, which by its own, if you look at it, is okay. But the issue with the fact that it's slow and losing the stuff that you make is really easy. Like you have new players like take stuff and then either log out with it or break it or just die with it and never bother to go bring it back.
What do you mean by economy is slow though? Is that like just by the silver, or do you mean like just
the general resource and crafting?
Okay.
Aggression is slow.
So more of a progression of resources is slow.
You go one step forward, lose 2 steps.
Yeah, like if it was just the fact that the economy or the progression was slow like this, it would have been fine. It's just it's slow and like a lot of in most cases you lose a lot of the stuff you make to people just not being responsible.
Yep.
And you really don't have a good way of kind of making it so some of the stuff you make is not accessible to the people you don't want to give it to. If they're part of your homestead, or if they're allied to your homestead.
Crappy tools, basically, and you're just like, all right, here you go. Here's some tier 2
it doesn't even have to be the crappy tools. It doesn't even have to be the crappy tools. It's just like, if you have new players in your homestead, or people who you don't have a very good direct contact with, you have no way of telling these people that, like, hey, this is what happens when you log off, this is what happens when you die, this is what happens when you break the tool. They just take the stuff, either put it in their bed, or just lose it in some way, and now it's on you to just craft the thing again. And I've posted 3 feedbacks already about that.
Yep.
My first feedback was adding locks to the storages, so you can kind of make it so guests or allied people, allied homesteads cannot access certain stockpiles, and you can keep the good shit there.
I think you mentioned that one as well once to me. Yeah, that was. I really liked that one.
Like the second feedback was making repairs. So like when you break a tool, it doesn't disappear. Instead, it goes into like a broken state, which then requires more nails to fix. So As long as you pay attention to the durability, you just use one nail to repair. But if you break it, it's not completely gone. It's just more expensive to repair. But then you don't have the case where, you accidentally broke a pickaxe, now you have to waste an iron to make another one. And, it's especially good when you have new players who are not really familiar with the durability system, and they just hammer shit and then break their tools and lose them.
So maybe a more like new, bigger tutorial, maybe like a tutorial world before they go into the main world.
I mean, that's a whole different issue.
Maybe like how Rust does it with the broken tools. You still have it, but you can't use it.
We need that.
I agree,
and then you can repair it.
I think
so you still have
a cool
it.
idea as well, but
armor and everything.
They haven't
and then maybe the durability on it's less. I don't know.
So PAX Day has 2 bars. There's the overall bar that diminishes quickly, and then there's a lifetime bar. So once the lifetime bar is diminished after repairs, that tool cannot be repaired any longer.
I'm okay with that.
And then maybe it just vanishes after.
No, it stays around, but you just got to drop it, and it'll disappear.
I think I like the way they do it right now, but I think there could be a better way, maybe of repairing it, or interesting way later on in the future. But anyways, well, I think Mike's done his part. I think that's a lot. Anyways, you've already put on. I'm gonna do Zeph then. If you've got anything before you guys leave, then we'll skip to Zeph.
I've got like 5 minutes.
That's fine, man. 5-minute rant. Let's go. Give me your likes and dislikes that you enjoyed.
I like the Underworld. It's
you like
pretty
the
good.
Underworld? All right.
But I do wish there was a way to hold the torch while mining, or maybe add a mining helmet or something like that.
A mining helmet. Okay, yeah.
That would be like a little candle on your head.
Oil
candle on your
lantern.
head, yeah. Mining helmet.
The catapults. They're fun. They look cool, but they're shit. What else?
What about your dislikes? What did you dislike then the most out of everything? What was your bane?
The grinding of getting iron ore. I'm a smith by art.
Iron ore. Ah, okay. You didn't like it as much, was it?
No, it's. I didn't. It's like I had to go mine so often just to get a bit of iron.
Well, yeah, because of the instead of iron actual nodes, as in like cutoffs, we got iron. Instead of iron slabs, we got iron cutoffs. Is what we got. So the smaller pieces. So yeah, I do agree. It was a bit more work on the iron mining because you had to get every time more cutoffs than getting like a couple slabs, cooking it, and then you get more iron out of it. So yeah, that was pretty annoying. I do agree with that. Anything else? Anything else that you really hated?
Nah, not really hated. I pretty much agree with like Mike what he had said about the tests and what needs fixing.
Okay.
I'm pretty much on par with him.
Okay, that's all good. All right, let's go Char then. Char, what have you got? What did you really like? What was your favorite thing that you enjoyed throughout the test?
Before you proceed,
Go on, then.
just Zeth and I are gonna leave already. Unfortunately, our time's up.
Thanks for attending.
Thanks for attending, at least.
6.
See you, lads.
Yep. See you guys.
Ciao.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
I loved the caves.
You loved the caves.
I love the caves. Yeah. I think one of the most fun times we had during this entire test was when 7 OG members got lost in a cave together. Our torches are running out. We're panicking. We're full of loot. We have 2 carts. Everybody's carrying something, and we're just panicking trying to get out of this cave. Most fun I've had in this game in a minute. Everything else has been fun.
Scary,
I love the game, but like that was a unique moment, real goofy, a lot of fun, and I had a blast. Things I don't like, how weak that catapult is. Catapult needs work. I mean, I'm glad they finally got it out. I think the range is lacking. The range is just awful. I would take a 10% of the damage for 50% of the range increased. And moving boulders around after they tried to fix it, so they're like, oh, we can put it in here, but then they took away barreling, which...
Question for you real quick. Are you talking about the max flight time of the boulders, or the actual range.
No, I think he's on about the actual
the range
range.
is
How the
fixed.
range is
Okay,
not
yeah.
like it's fixed to one distance,
It's like
and you
one
can't
screen away from you.
can't
Yeah.
like
Because
extend
I
it.
know that during the development test, we were seeing like boulders despawn in midair and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That too.
that was I think that was a bug definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I just want to check and bring that up.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
that was
just
a
like the spear
flight thing.
javelin.
Yeah, it's like the flight thing. Basically, when it's too long in the air, it just disappears. I think, and that was a bit weird though. For like,
There's been an issue with arrows too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I do agree. That was actually really fun. With the cave system, that was like we went into a small one, which was our local one, which was nice and easy. And then when we done that one, we went to like another one, which we found that was 10 times bigger, and we were lost because we unfortunately didn't have anything. We didn't plant ourselves any little standing torches to guide ourselves back home. We thought, it's gonna be a small cave like the other one. It's not a problem. We'll just loop around in a circle, 2 seconds, and we're back.
And
but
it
no,
was
it wasn't.
a gigantic cave.
Yeah.
And that's when I learned. I thought all caves were the same. They are not the same.
They are not the same.
There are bigger caves. There are smaller caves, which is going to be great. It's really going to depend on where you put your town. You're gonna go through. You're gonna check. All right, should we take this cave? Jump down there real fast, run around, see if it's actually worth it. Because our cave spawns were lacking towards the end.
Well,
and the one down by the water that we had to the east next to the farm homestead that we had set up was
bigger,
way
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It was 10 times bigger.
It was weird though, because like the one we posted right next to was the smaller one, and then every other cave I visited was just bigger. I was like, why did we manage to choose the worst cave?
Yeah.
We're never letting Saldor decide again.
No, it's just very like it doesn't really matter. Technically, that cave was really good as well because it was nice and easy mining. Because like when it respawned, it was like we had to just quickly gather, go back up, cook it. And then we went back down, it basically respawned again. So it was not bad. Like the respawning time was, pretty decent. It was just that, the size of the other ones of getting all that fresh raw resources because of the bug that the coal and the stone wasn't respawning. So we went to some of the fresh mines that haven't been touched to just get that stuff because we needed the coal and some of that stone slabs to get more. Get more stone faster. Basically, it was what it was. So, yeah. But yeah, what was your other bit on the dislikes? You were saying like.
And then, well, I guess we should finish with the likes. This was, we can all agree, this was the biggest content drop we've had in a while.
True.
So it is nice that they're actually working in the background, and I mean, we were all huffing copium, saying. Working, because our tests keep getting longer, and there's a couple of delays. But it is nice that they actually came through. They dropped a huge content patch, like underground build system, partial weapons update. It's catapult. It's a huge content for us. So that made it a lot of fun. Things I did not like. I mean, of course, indirect fire mode. I think the indirect fire mode for arrows either needs to be reduced or devs need to confirm that it's designed for 70 players in a siege. If you put 200
people to do it in a line as well.
Right.
Like 10 people have to shoot in a line to do that. So yeah, like I guess it's maybe for the numbers, but I don't know.
Which
at the same time, it looks like even in that siege that when we were fighting and there was 2 lines, and I saw plenty of arrows from both sides shooting. I saw a lot of the arrows missing. Like, even in a line, this was a line and line, and they were shooting at the lines. There was a lot of arrows still missing. There was just so much.
It's supposed to do
the funny part when I was trying
like a blob sort of.
Yeah, I know, but that's what it's trying to look at. But like when you're doing a shield wall line, right? Like you're against another shield wall, you're trying to focus on that shield wall, but your arrows are just hitting behind them and in front of them instead of hitting. Or like there was a couple shots that did hit the sides, but it was very just the accuracy wasn't so good. So I feel like I don't know. I was thinking also maybe compensate add more range then to this, where like the accuracy isn't superb, but like add in some nice insane range to it, right? Because it's it's you're arcing your shot. You're not direct firing. When you direct fire, you're just aiming, down or straight, and you shoot. But when you arc a shot, usually, if you've ever done archery, you notice your shot goes way, way further out than ever. So like I would say maybe add some range to it then to compensate for that inaccuracy.
Add a third firing mode.
All right,
The longbows. The longbows.
I think that's what it's going to turn out to be.
We will.
I think it's going to be a bow thing. Yeah. Like the short bow has really bad indirect fire, good straight line fire, and then they're going to come out with other bows. The longbow that has more accurate.
Yeah.
Going to be able
indirect
to have 2 bows.
Yeah. Well, you'd only need because in a siege you would only be using the longbow because it would have a range boost and it would be better for indirect fire. If you're out,
debatable.
Debatable. Okay.
Debatable. All right. Anyways, let's go to now Dirty Hippie then. We'll go to that one. Sorry, Dirty Hippie. What was your likes?
Great.
What was your dislikes? What did you really like?
I like the weapon rack that you finally could put the damaged weapons on it.
True.
That was very handy.
Weapon rack. I actually do agree with that one. That was very nice.
The territory system I really liked a lot. Just because it gives you like an easier win. I'll let you see actually. Oh shit! Shoot! They're getting very close. Like on a certain point, we built a town up a little. Yeah, I don't know what the name was anymore, but a bit more to the west of Ironbridge, just to push back the territory, and then it became like a little battle. You then burned it, and then it just keeps moving, and it really felt like, oh, we lost so much land. This is how I felt, and I actually really liked that.
That was really good. Actually, I enjoyed the when you guys actually expanded that one that one town. I don't know what it was called. I think you called it
the Blood.
Was it
Blood Castle location?
Was that the Blood Castle location? Yeah, near the Blood Castle location.
Just a little north of it, but yeah.
Yeah, but basically, that was really cool because I was like, so of course we noticed we have no intel, they have no intel. It's like, yeah, they pushed our town, they can't see anything, and then like we had the same problem, of course, when we pushed your town, which was actually I feel like the major problem as well because you can't see anything. But it was also that when you guys pushed that new town. And then it took a chunk of our land. We're like, okay, we gotta definitely take out that town.
I had a homestead up in that chunk, and I was like in enemy territory. I was like, oh shit, I'm so fucked.
Yeah, it was literally like, okay, we gotta charge this, and of course we ended up doing it, which was actually pretty fun. Anyways, that was a nice, fight.
And the main thing is it got us to stop attacking major towns. We ended up fighting for territory in between, which I think is what the devs want. They don't. How many tests have we? Or they just smashed through and took out the major city and the test dies. Now there's only 20 people on because no one wants to rebuild. It's 7:30 on a Saturday.
Yep.
So now we're fighting for territories in between. The back line is more safe because we can't put the beacons down and run around and fight down there. It's actually ingenious. They did a great job, and I can foresee that being how PvP is fought in the long run.
I did like you could see the enemy beacons. That was a nice, I think, balance to everything.
I think the devs were very tired of beacon wars.
I don't know.
That was definitely
it counters the beacon wars.
Yeah, that really does help the beacon wars. Because we hated that. Like honestly, the previous
we were very good at it. We were very good at beacon wars. But we hated it.
Yeah, I hated it because I never lived in our town anymore when the Beacon Wars started. Like, it was literally, I was like, okay, that's it. I don't live in town anymore.
And put that on there. You can't burn into beacons anymore.
I had 50 homesteads in our territory that we were living in because I had to place beacons everywhere. And I guess this really does help that point now. I cannot now do that. I cannot put beacons in enemy territory, and I cannot put 20 homesteads within enemy territory wherever I want, because it's good. So I really do like this idea of it.
You can't spawn on them anymore, can you? Like you did in that.
You can still spawn on them as long as they're not destroyed.
Basically, that's all it is. As long as they're not destroyed, you can do it.
Yeah, I was just making torches up there.
That's all. But yeah, anyway, sorry, Hippie. Carry on. You were saying on the territory.
The other thing that the territory, because of this, you can also not just camp in a town. Like if you just stay in your town, don't go out slowly, all the area around you gets enemy territory, and then they're actually able to build a town and not use a siege camp. So it brings a lot of action that is extra. So that was positive about it too.
100%. And that's a great move in the good direction.
Basically, yeah.
It gives more action now. Another positive thing, I didn't test it myself, but maybe you guys can tell me, that I was told that from our farmers that the chickens now gave feathers and eggs while you're not there too.
I think they did give
Is
a
this
bit more.
correct?
I'm not sure if just we had a load of chickens, but it just felt like a regular amount that we usually have.
We had a load of chickens.
We did have a load of chickens, but the thing is, the amount of feathers
The supply,
we had
was high.
was for some reason so much higher than usual, and we
It
had
was.
like I think we had
There's
600 extra feathers which we didn't even use, and we had like already almost 10k arrows. We had like
the other
so
thing,
many
though,
like feathers and eggs as well from it, so it was not bad.
every other test we've had, at least on one day, somebody come in and kill all of the chickens or try to kill the chickens. This was the first test where we never actually had anyone do that, so that might have
No,
been...
we had a noob accidentally kill the chickens.
Because of indirect fire.
Where, though? At the main one or the farm?
The main homestead.
Oh, that's why. See, the farm homestead, we never had any of that problem.
Well, I don't know.
Wait, do you guys
kinda
know that
hidden.
you guys could put chicken coops inside homesteads and modular homes too?
Yeah, like a warship
modular home.
site.
But why would I do that? Why would I
To
do that?
worship the
Volley
chicken.
fires. Yeah, you protect the chickens. Like you could.
Okay, yeah,
It's
true,
a
true.
real life thing too. You could have chicken coops inside a big warehouse. Like
True.
so.
True that. We could
That's
do that.
basically what we're doing.
That's why they need to add back modular homes to allow us to do that again.
I think one of the devs said like something about it. It's like a work in progress.
Or they
but
just
they're
really like
working on
us
it.
slaughtering chickens because it's our favorite thing whenever we go
It
out
is?
and fight.
Oh my gosh!
Kill the
Donut has a clip of me
chickens!
fucking doming 2 chickens with a volley fire. Oh, I wish he could post it.
Honest to God, that has always been, I feel like, OG's special operations is always kill the chickens.
Take out the
That's
chickens.
all it is.
Chickens.
It's just
Well, it's a
every time we
critical
try and
part of
go-
the mission.
It is because like it provides food and it provides feathers. So like if we kill them off and they have to now suffer another couple hours finding 50 more chickens, then yeah, why not, right?
Siege warfare. Yeah,
It is. It is.
I
It is a
completely
little
agree.
bit of a torture kind of system, but I guess it works. But yeah, do you have any negatives then, Hippie?
Yeah, the flint was hard to find.
Flint.
Sometimes I
Okay.
go
Really?
to batches. Yeah, because of the environment.
visuals.
He's not the only one.
I knew
would
that
say
that was a Flint is a major. It's like a very cost of
It was-
resource.
I do remember when I was looking for basically twigs and fiber, I did realize I couldn't see the flint very well, and it felt like just pieces of rock that was just part of the land.
The new terrain kind of.
The new
And is it just
terrain.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're
And
you're
it's just
right.
me, or does alt not highlight them anymore?
No,
It
I think it
doesn't.
does,
Correct.
doesn't
Also
it?
not.
No,
it does not.
no, it doesn't do
doesn't.
bushes or
Dude.
flint. It still worked for branches though, but not bushes.
In fiber,
Yeah.
if it's not picked up, it won't highlight. But if you pick it up and then it's like a
that feels like a
droppable.
change though,
item,
because
like a droppable item, it will show up.
I feel like it used to show those things.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe they changed it and it was
Or maybe it's just. I think it's a result of the new
alt
environment
key
system.
does so much in the game of like highlighting every item and building, and like it. There's a lot of
yeah.
like
So-
technical stuff behind the alt key in this game.
Maybe it was because of the visuals update that it changed it up a lot of
Yeah.
like the actual design, and I don't know. But yeah, I do agree it was quite difficult. I knew a lot of people ended up saying, "Oh, turn down your graphics to a lower setting so you can see everything." And yeah, you literally could see everything. It was just it just ended up cutting away a lot of the grass, and you can see everything that's just spawned on the ground, like the stone, the flint, berry bushes, twigs. Of course, I didn't end up liking using that because I was kind of enjoying a little bit of the graphics, but yeah, it was I guess for other people it was a nice way of just cutting away that problem for them and able to see it in the end. But yeah, I do agree it was quite difficult to find flint. Anything else or? that you've got?
Like something that I wish would be like the hand cart. If you fill up a hand cart with stuff, you cannot go to a boat and unload it. The planks still stack one per item slot, and it would be nice if if it's like the same as the hand cart, so you can offload a hand cart in a boat and go, and not only unload like 9 planks instead of the 36 planks in the hand cart.
Is that a like? Isn't that a good thing? Because there's a certain amount of things that you can definitely stack on top of each other, and I feel like having planks doing that is, I don't know, could be problematic, because I guess someone could end up planking their way, I don't know, some sort of structure that they really need, and just transport half the planks from one side of an area to another side. No, I don't know, but it sounds not bad though, having stackable planks within the boats, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, I would maybe help a bit with the transfer of resources when you go sieging as well. That is just stackable. I use boats a lot, and it bothered me that I go with a handcart full to a boat, and then I cannot unload it while the has the same amount of slots, but they just don't stack.
Yeah.
Maybe it should have like a visual thing that it takes up the seats within your boat if you put stacks of planks. It just takes up
9 planks in the boat is not a lot, no?
No, not as in instead it puts stacks of planks. So you know how you have the handcart has stacks of planks, right? So instead, when you put the stacks of planks within the boat, it will take up a seat within the boat, and you cannot then have
that would
more
be
people
good too,
on the boat
I don't know.
at the same time.
I feel like you could still, if you think about a kayak, you lay the planks down flat, you can still sit on top of it. I don't know. It'd be cool to see the visual.
Depending on the weight.
Yeah, if they add more boats, then yeah, I say go for it. But I do agree with you, Hippie, that the boat transport needs some work.
Well, we have asked before in the past, can we get bigger boats? We want something that's...
I think that's in the works.
It's in the works. It definitely is in the works. They're going to have where you can put caravans on
especially
boats
with
or
the
something
newer,
like that, because we're going to need that.
Supersized map.
Especially, since you can't travel the big rivers at all, because there's no bridges, since the devs don't like bridges. But anyways,
boat bridges.
Pontoon bridges update when? All right, Ink. What did you love in the game from that previous test? That was your favorite thing.
I absolutely love the market.
The market.
I love the fact that they put in the buy orders so that we can, because it helped with the whole foraging aspect of the game, because I felt like in prior tests you'd go to farm, and then after you farmed, all right, now let me go spend 30 minutes looking for seeds to farm again, and now you can at least just put a buy order up and let somebody who's been running around just get some silver out of the seeds, and you're back in business.
It helps with the economy of other homesteads that random players jump in and they're like, oh, we need silver. And it's like, oh, look, there's someone's needing silver.
To buy seeds
asking to buy seeds. We got loads of sticks. Let's just give them half our sticks, so then at least we get some money from it. And it's it's
and then we can maybe buy some iron or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And for clan towns, the clan towns, if they have a Thane or someone, they can just take the common silver out of the town hall and just inject it essentially into the market.
Yeah. Or at least fulfill what their goals or objectives are for whatever task they're doing. It's
game changing.
Yeah.
It's much nicer.
It's game progression.
Because that's the thing. Some people actually, I didn't even notice that, because I put in 2 free buy orders on my
I went to other towns and put buy orders in. I was trying to buy seeds from everywhere.
People are definitely
so the
buying
question
it,
is, do the seeds stay at the market that you put the request in, or does it? Okay.
So you do have to return to that market and pick up the seeds and then transport them back. But at least you're not, if you put in, say, I want 30 cabbage seeds, 30, grain seeds, maybe you're selling berry rations or something on the market as well. You just go as a bulk order and just pick up everything you need, reset the stuff you need, and then head back to your home.
Yeah.
It is a trip in itself, but
You can really start to see them developing the market system. And
Definitely.
Yeah, I think
It's
when
getting
newer
that.
players,
It's
yeah.
almost 100%. I think on the trading, it's missing a key point, but I do want to mention it later on because I really have a really cool idea for it. But yeah, let's. What was your dislikes then? Let's carry on. What's your dislikes then?
I like the caves, but I dislike the fact that we had almost no coal this test. I think I saw 12 pieces of coal in
Stone
4
as well.
days. Yeah, stone. I mean, stone. There, at least we could buy the stone from the market trader.
Well,
but
cut-offs
why even complain? You don't even have a kitchen to burn all that stuff, so it doesn't even matter.
Whoa!
You don't have a
very
kitchen.
nice kitchen.
You don't have a kitchen. You don't need the coal.
He built a homestead.
I transformed
and he
a
had
whole
kitchen.
homestead.
The whole homestead was his kitchen. He had no one sleeping
it's
inside
the best
homestead.
place to put a home, like all the cookware, because
it is.
That's what I did.
Because you couldn't put it anywhere else.
4 ovens, 2 hearths fit perfectly.
two hearths. Well, you could fit more than.
Yeah, you could fit more, but neatly with pantry shelves and stuff. I found four ovens and 2 hearths with some pantry shelves and a meat rack or 2. Worked really nicely.
You could also make that homestead kind of like. I've thought of ways to do use the armor racks as little pathways. So you set up you have to go into a certain way and make funnels if people do attack. Yeah,
I never even thought about that. You're right, though. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so Happy didn't like my idea with the chicken coop inside the homesteads, but that's what initially made me think of a cat, like a bottle cap for one of the doors.
That was a battle homestead I built for the previous test, and you come in there.
And you protect the
yeah,
chickens.
but we had I didn't want chickens. This was a battle homestead.
We
I was just
need
crafting flasks and torches, and this guy builds a chicken coop right in the middle of my homestead. I'm like, brother, I can't get rid of this.
I was like, gee, look what you can do.
I got one other complaint about I like the new graphics that they made, but I really despised when you were trying to set down farms using the hoe.
Yep.
You couldn't see the plots of any plot that you were trying to put down wouldn't show up over the
oh shit.
What?
The vegetation. Yeah, it was a real fucking pain in the rear.
I made a bunch of plots though. I didn't have an issue.
No, you made the plots, but you couldn't see depending on the terrain. I'm guessing you can't see the outline.
I had to turn the graphics down to medium to be able to see the plot, which way it was facing and all that. Yeah, it was really annoying.
Well, I didn't have that issue. I saw the blueprint. I placed them down.
Were you playing on your Steam Deck?
Steam Deck and computer.
Okay, I was just wondering. Is it graphics lowered on Steam Deck?
It's probably an intersection of terrain and the new system on top of it.
Yeah, I built a flat area.
Sweet spot.
It was there was a flat section, and then there was a section that was built on a 45-degree slope.
That was annoying. It was a minor inconvenience when I was setting the farm plots, but it was, it's like, great, I got to turn my graphics down to medium now so I can see what direction I'm pointing the farm plot in, just so I can install it for the first time.
Gives you the arrow too.
I know, it was all underneath the foliage. Everything turned up under the foliage.
Well?
Oh, that makes a little more sense.
Did you have a problem with aqueducts this test as well?
We never even used one.
But that's what I mean.
I built one and then a well. There's no issue with that.
In the ground. If you go on hilly terrain and it's not flat, you can place something down and it sinks in the ground. And you always got access to it.
That's been going on for a while.
So
it's been for ages.
You have to build it in a flat area. Those things. The canal buckets are a bitch.
There's just no good way around that.
Storage, yeah. It's really well. They tried to fix it one time, and I feel like it worked, but then I don't know what's been going on. I think this new terrain, I guess, has reverted it back to its original.
They need to increase the height of the aqueduct wheel pump, whatever we want to call it.
The level of the water.
Yeah. We got to have a higher level.
That, or allow a way to funnel water going uphill. Because the thing is, Romans have managed to do it. If Romans could bloody do it, come on, devs, we can manage a way that aqueducts flow water up. Just create a new piece that's, I don't know, it's called the flow pump, or make a
powered
water wheel,
a donkey powered water wheel that pushes, and then if you want to actively use something, you have someone go down there with a donkey, set it up, and it pumps the water upwards.
That's a good idea.
Either that
And
or
then-
like a water-powered version as well of it.
Wind power.
Well, no, because then you would just always use it. You have to make it either human or
'cause
animal
You can
push.
have
Wind
it.
power.
You
Or
have like
balance.
a canal.
Wind power.
Like that. This connects, and basically like has a water wheel, like the one that you use when you connect water to that wheel thing to power up.
And have
like,
it dump it at the top.
Yeah, and then have like I don't know some buckets that pick it up and then dump it down. You know, like another.
It's possible.
Yeah, like another water wheel that pumps up the water then, because it's been done before. Like I don't know, there's many ways, but there's also
Yeah.
ways that, like I said, the Romans have done, which is I think it's like this funnel thing, which basically if the water, it's a bit scientific as well, where like the water basically just forces itself up and down. Like you know how you have a sink, how the water goes up and down. Basically, because you got your tube that goes down and under, and then it pushes it back up
The
again.
P-trap.
Pressure.
Yeah, whatever that is
Oh.
called. It's the same
P-trap,
method. Yeah. So it's the same method. Just have it like that, but as an aqueduct that pushes it uphill.
This
But-
invention would use human or wind-powered screw. Wind power. There we go. We have another use for windmills.
Yeah, exactly.
Use
yes.
for windmills. I like that
The
idea.
use for
actually.
windmills, yes, very
Make them more
useless.
useful.
Make them more useful.
Yeah,
I agree.
'cause right now, I feel like they're kind of iffy.
Useful windmills is
Um,
bad. I'm gonna put that in.
The only other thing I want to make a complaint about
Wind is
was
not windy.
permissions. No, permissions from allied homesteads. They got to be able to use each other's family halls.
You can't. Oh no. That's
No.
the one thing that you shouldn't.
No,
Like you can build, you can access their equipment, but like the family halls, it's like
But you
Just
can't
in
go into
case-
the homestead either.
you
You couldn't
can.
access.
No,
No, you
you
couldn't
couldn't.
access homesteads. and you couldn't
Homestead
access-
makes sense.
No, yeah, you
That's
don't
where
want to
mo-
access the homestead.
Yeah.
That's their one
No, I don't
private
know.
That's fine.
area
That's
for
private,
the
though.
like.
But
That's
No,
like
no,
a
no.
private.
Family hall though is always the shared stuff that we
Oh.
enjoy sharing. Is the one that's like right next to the town hall, right? It's the stuff that you
Yeah,
want to
family hall.
share between
This-
everyone because you have like specific
I
items
see.
in one
I'm pretty
family
sure if
hall,
they're-
specific in
this
It's
another.
not
has-
allied. You can access them.
No, you
No.
cannot.
It
No,
used
no,
to be
no.
like that. It was
Okay,
like that.
I'll
And
do
now
It was
it's
like
no longer.
that.
next test.
Yeah, last test it was like that. This test, they
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
some
say-
reason changed the family hall, and you couldn't access it even if you were allied, and it
I'm gonna
made a
say you're the
minor
expert on that one.
inconvenience.
Because
Yeah,
I didn't even
well,
touch the family halls this test because I was like,
We used them a
Art's gonna be
bunch.
doing the castle
Terrible
tour,
rooster.
so I'm gonna be doing more front.
Well,
the
it's good that
reason
you
we
didn't.
know
It
so
was
well.
decaying.
Yeah, the reason. Yeah. Oh my God. First off, yeah, it was
Let's put that
randomly
down as well.
decaying. But the other big problem was that we were storing all the food in one family hall, and then all the
Oh.
equipment was in another family hall because we couldn't fit everybody in one homestead. And
No,
Suddenly
you gotta
we realized-
diversify. You
and
gotta
then
always
the
put a
home-
little bit of everything in every homestead.
Yeah,
And the
That's
and the
so
family hall
ineffective.
idea.
No, it's
is-
not.
is like
you
a
just, okay,
stockpile.
but you put the certain things like food and resources in there, and then like for certain things like maybe like different types of weapons or tools. Like I don't know. For me, I always say you have so much space in there, and it stacks so high. You might as well put a little
We
bit of
use
everything in there.
we used
In
it
each one.
all.
I stack
Like,
everything. I
show
found
me
in there.
screenshots. Show me screenshots, and I'll tell you what you should keep and what not
Oh,
to keep.
we're
Very
getting
fast.
into stockpile metas. Thank God. I'm so excited.
Why did you say it funny?
You need to have
Yeah.
15 boxes of
Stockpile
bandages. You need to have 17 boxes of uniform. 15
200
rifles.
Uniforms.
Everywhere you go.
just give us access back to share
guys
family
have
halls.
uniforms?
That's all I want.
Maybe a median. Maybe like higher ups in a homestead, like managers or whatever, are allowed to go between the family halls, but random guests and or like just members aren't allowed to go to the allied family halls. Something different. So that way, like leadership will be able to split stuff between the family halls, and you don't have to worry.
Allied stuff.
And you don't have to worry about, like the plebs coming in and taking all the bones out of the family hall, or, you know what I mean?
Who are you calling
Stockpiles
plebs?
here.
That's not very nice.
The random people who join your homestead.
I get that. Just
Oh
messing
no,
with
we
you.
don't allow that in the farm homestead. Everything's
Yeah.
locked down tight.
No peasants allowed, basically. Yeah, I feel like so.
But I would like to point out it took us approximately one homestead update for us to start complaining and saying they should change homesteads again. All right, we spent 6 months in it, and we're like, I never want to talk about it again. One test later,
it was quite bad. Yeah, it did change it up a bit, didn't they? All right, who's next? Calvin, what did you love? Come on, give me something good. Come on, our bad list is getting
the building
heavy.
pieces.
The building pieces. Oh, that was quite nice.
Oh my God, they're amazing. The concept art, especially on the building pieces. Once we get that, holy crap, man! Good job. Catapults, man, catapults. I can't express enough. Like siege equipment, we're expanding in that direction. I can envision all sorts of different stuff spawning from having this as like the basis, onagers, whatever you want. It's going to be there. That's like the best. That's the best step forward.
It's a good starting point, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And territories, obviously, this is like the best way to start getting goals and have goal-oriented, faction accomplishments.
Because it's definitely before it was just like we killed a town, yay!
Yeah,
is that it?
Let's go team.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah. I mean, OG loved it, but a lot of other people were.
Some were very.
Well, that's a part of the cons. Yeah, that's a part of the cons. Proper PvP doesn't exist at all hours of the day. There's like a sheer lack of good engagement going on across the board at all hours.
There is a lot of peace hours, isn't there? There's a lot of
there's a lot of peace hours
where it's just no one's doing nothing. It's like, what's going on? It's like, I don't know. I think they're gonna fight.
You have to do the engagement. You have to if you want to do PvP, you got to just go out and just risk it all.
That's what
Absolutely.
it is. Isn't it? It really is. I feel like it's turned into that now a little bit, where you gotta just risk it as much as you can. But of course, maybe I don't know. I guess not instantly go in blind, but definitely go in.
Well,
with
what
some
we
knowledge
did
and
order. We did a little cavalry run. We got 8 people on horses, and then we just tried to scout out as many locations as possible, and then pick fights. That was a lot of fun.
And then it is fun, but right now it's kind of lopsided because burn damage is completely bugged.
Oh no, but we didn't even do any burning. We did that just solely to see what our targets are going to be.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then. But it's completely unfair. All the homesteads are easy to bust into, unless you do like I did and put 56 gates on one homestead, which is another one of my negatives.
I don't know. I saw weak points on that. Looking at screenshots.
Yeah, but it's at least 6. It's at least 4 to 6 gates to get in anywhere on that thing. Either way,
what I want to say about the destruction of walls is, I think. I believe, and this information was from Cool Train that I remember. He said that the wall's health is basically the same on a lot of these new structures. So I hope they change some of the the massive one, especially the one that's got a ramp. Apparently, it's the same health almost roughly as one of those squares, which is a smaller wall basically. So I'm thinking. I feel like that does need some sort of change where that large wall needs to be
there's some backward values.
Tougher. Yeah, a little bit stronger.
But you can see some of them were set up in such a way where the square was 800 and the half wall was 400 and the quarter wall was 300. So
the build cost doesn't reflect that though. For some reason,
the build cost.
The quarter half step is 2 plank or reinforced planks, and then the one that's double the size is only 1 plank reinforcement. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Now, I mentioned this in the Discord. I don't know if the build cost for these things is designed for 100-person town, but for these tests with limited people, it is a slog to get these things up.
Yeah. Well, because copper's such a huge issue right now.
Really?
In my opinion,
felt like it was pretty.
It was
easy.
mortar for us.
Yeah, we had a load of copper. We ended up having I think 600 nails at one point. I was like, where the hell did we get all these nails from?
Well, because I would go into the field, right, and I would set up 7 campfires next to bushes and twigs. And then I would run around mining all the copper I could find and cut off.
That's nice, yeah.
And just going between 3 spawn points of twigs and burning them for no other reason but to make the ash. And that's all I did constantly. And make berries. That's all I did. I spent 4 or 5 hours doing that.
I've done that.
And I think I only made 300 planks.
What was that, Louis? Sorry, you were saying that?
No, I just said I've done that for 2 tests, malachite all day long, and shit for wood ash.
It's
Just
definitely
wood ash, man.
It's definitely it's I don't know. I guess we haven't needed bronze as much, which I feel like
we need bronze.
Bronze.
We need a
like,
sunk bronze economy.
I feel like bronze needs. I've said
Love.
this before.
I know how to
It really
accomplish
does.
this too.
I feel like bronze needs some love because it is a cool way of. I feel like having like a stage where like we're in the Bronze Age and like it takes us maybe a day or two to get to the next age. But right now, of course, the devs haven't, I guess, gotten to that bit where it takes us more than a day or two to live in this Bronze Age. It's like I guess there's no tech system yet in there, but we'll find that out.
Well, there's that. There's just no sheer cost of bronze. If we were to have to invest bronze to go into the cave, like actively, like supports, mining supports, you got to put on the front of the cave.
Definitely.
That cost bronze to keep
parts, tracks.
Yeah, parts exactly.
Like
whatever you want, we need to be investing bronze into the mine because that's where the iron comes from.
It's either, but if they do that, the cost of bronze definitely would have to be lowered because.
Oh, absolutely,
right
yeah,
now,
you got to balance
finding tin
My thought
is
was
dreadful compared to finding copper. I think the copper nodes is definitely more than the tin nodes, and tin is.
Well, that's
like
by design
very
because
scarce.
you need them. You need just the copper for so much more stuff.
Well, yeah, of course, but is what I'm saying. Is you need to lower it then, like to 2 to 1, where like 2 copper, 1 tin equals bronze, right?
Or increase the spawn rates and decrease the copper, and then have.
Well, no, because you don't want to decrease copper, because copper also has multiple uses than just one. It has the copper for the bronze.
Could just bump those up to bronze.
But you're talking about increasing
bronze nails.
But you're talking about increasing the use of bronze, so then it would.
Yeah. But you still need more.
What if we had bronze nails? So there's copper nails in the beginning, but then we quickly move on to bronze nails for T3 anything.
My thought was
maybe.
Was the twofer is because I hate the standing torches in caves and upgrading a standing torch using bronze to something that took coal.
What if it's like a flask
or oil,
like a lantern,
an oil lantern with animal fat?
Okay. What Calvin said, brazier basically. A standing brazier would be like that's basically the bronze version of just a standing torch, but you put coal inside and it just stays lit. Like you just light it up with coal.
I could be game for that.
That'd be cool.
Well, or you use animal fat too. You use animal fat, and then you can just harvest it in the cave as you go, and you never have to worry about it because you'll be getting it from the wolves.
Well, I don't know. The coal would be.
But you get the coal in the woods too.
Yeah, you got coal in the caves, innit? So you've basically just throw in one piece of coal. It lasts for 20 minutes. You'll still be there back in maybe 20 minutes as well because. Or I don't know how long actually the coal lasts again, but Ink.
I think it's like 15.
Ink, what is it? Ink knows this. How long does one piece of coal last? Is it 15, 20?
15 minutes?
It's
15.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 15.
15 minutes. I feel like the spawn time from when we were mining, it was quite decently quick. But of course, you had the dangers inside, so it took a while to first get in there and clear out any wolves. So it wasn't. It was quick, the spawn, but at the same time, you did spend some time in the cave because of the wolves. But yeah, having that 15 minutes is pretty good because then you don't have to keep adding fiber in, which was actually really just kind of annoying to constantly get. So having maybe a new type of lighting system, like you said, a brazier, would be great to just put one piece of coal in. And yeah, it sits there for a while, and you can have multiple people going back in and out, checking out the mines. But yeah, they do need to fix the spawn rates though, of course, in there. So if they fix that, then maybe could be potential for one of those ideas.
Balances out.
Yeah,
I think so.
Because there's no coal spawning in there, so we're not going to get any coal if that happens anyways. But yeah, I do agree though. Some of those fort walls need improvement on health. And the
costs.
The cost.
They got to check their math.
Yeah, they check the math basically on some of the costs because there's these small pieces that how do you say it? The
triangles.
Pieces, yeah, the triangles.
You can put two triangles together to make a square.
Yeah, that 1x1 little kind of square, that wall costs 2 planks, and then I think the upgrade is still the same cost as a regular wall, which was 3 stone bricks or something. I don't remember how much it was, but I was 2 reinforced planks for this? Dude, this is like not even in a plank, bro. Like it's really not even worth the wall to even place that down. But there's also like other pieces, like they have these small walls for, I don't know, I've never seen the use of maybe that small wall. But there's also, I feel like, other pieces that they need to add in, like these curved ramps maybe, or like I don't know, like a,
Staircases need work.
yeah,
Those staircases annoyed me.
yeah, there's certain
Oh,
things
those
that just
spirals.
need.
Oh, they're tough.
Yeah, there's just weird pieces that maybe need or missing out. Like you have like a triangle piece on the foundations, but you don't have a triangle piece, I think, on trying to think what it was on. There was something else that I remember. There was like certain pieces missing. Like there's no curved ceiling or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but I know there's like ones that are just,
Some missing ones,
yeah. It's like, because if you build the foundation in that certain way, there's nothing that then is the same piece as the piece that you've built below. So it's just like, how am I supposed to cover that up? Like put 3 squares instead and do that? It's like,
How
okay,
am
well
I
that
supposed
works.
to make my star fortress?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. How am I supposed to make a star fortress when I don't have the star
Well,
piece?
plus
Come on.
the triangle wall, you got to remember one side wouldn't clip. So if you made it in a certain way, that one, what was, I guess, supposed to be the front wall, you know what I mean? It wouldn't clip into certain sections, and it was a nightmare.
All right. Did we go
but
to Louis
back
and
to the build
Steelhand?
pod.
Let's go to Louis and Steelhand quickly for the likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Go on, Louis.
Quick.
Give me your favorite one that isn't maybe on the list there, and also your worst one that is not on the list there.
So there's nothing that is or isn't on the list. I'll just say I'm glad they introduced catapults, the marketplace stuff, the secondary fire. It was all great. It needs better implementation, which is expected. The one thing I will say, like we were talking about losing the broken tools and like noobs dropping stuff all over the place. I brought this up to the remnants long ago, and we actually had people stationed, like during a siege, we had people stationed at the siege camp that are watching for these individuals to just drop stuff.
Okay.
So I was one of these individuals a couple tests ago, and I was amazed by how many stacks of 30 food and whatnot people would just come in, pick up, drop, DC.
Oh yes, yeah, we've had that as well.
Yeah.
I think we've had people where they've taken a tool, they were using it, then they went out maybe doing something else like hunting, and they end up dying to animal, and they never pick up their tools back again. So you end up losing all those items within the forest. But yeah, I do agree. It's
Stuff despawning like that should just not be a thing anymore. Honestly,
that's why we have designated food guys.
Yeah,
that's
our
carrying
field medic.
the field medic that's actually carrying like top tier
Who needs food? Who needs food? I got here. Come here.
Yeah.
Honestly, stuff shouldn't despawn. If you want it to despawn, it should go into the ground, and I should get a little shovel, and I should be able to prospect at a siege site. You know, like after the war is over, and go pick up
metal
equipment.
detector.
Metal detector out there.
Yeah.
All right. So
It's like a wishing stick.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what was the rest of it? You were trying to finish, Louis, as well. Sorry.
I'm with the flow, so I enjoy just playing the game.
Yes.
But everyone's brought up. So just the tool stuff, like changing it so that a tool doesn't just break and it has like an overall lifetime, possibly durability would be cool. I will say I was part of the ironwood construction that helped push back the border system. The border system is really cool. I come from things like Risk and like board games like Catan. So there's like borders that move. Yeah. So the border system was really fun, and I enjoyed like just even though we only pushed it back for like 5 minutes and you guys came in, it was great.
It was fun.
It was good because you can see the concept. If you guys had held that fort, and now you have a T3 town right there, or it was T2 at the time, whatever it was, because you guys did end up getting
it. Yeah.
Right. So you get that T3, and then you build it, and it becomes an attack town, and then you bring stuff down from your main. It's the
the principles are there.
Concept of where the PvP flow is going to go, and it's going to be awesome. I really think the territory system really just honed in, and is really just coming in and changed the whole landscape, and it's for the best.
That's why we noticed it straight away when we built Black March up on the Fly River Island or Flaccid Island, how everyone else calls it. Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, that island, we managed to build that up, of course, and we're like, we need to try out this method as well. Like, instantly, before you guys did it, of course, we built the tier 3 town, and like, yeah, look at that, now we have an expansion, woo, amazing. And then, of course, you guys came down and then took half of that territory back as well again. So
first we tried to push up, and we put a town up there. And then we had a homestead, and then we put our siege camps up. If we had invested time like they did, it might have been a whole different fight if we'd pushed to actually build
put
up.
the town up, and then everyone kind of gave up and then went to bed.
I meant the one that was
I didn't
at
give up.
Black March
I played
already,
128 hours according to Steam.
Afterwards was the, I guess, second attempt, but I guess we ended up just going full throttle into the camp method. But yeah, I do agree. It's very, very cool system,
and it's intuitive. Like naturally, both sides did exactly the same thing to try and push, and it just seems the way, how it's going to go. It was intuitive.
All right, Steel Hand.
Hold on. One thing I want to say. I want to just offer this idea between the two factions that to create a designated PvP time on one of these tests, like 2 or 3 tests going forward, just say, hey, this test, the ancients are going to attack, the remnants are going to defend. Here's the time, like Sunday evening or whenever,
Why don't we do it like
can we
several
do the
different
times?
Yeah,
Can we do the remnants attack because we're bored of attacking.
I know you guys are. We're bored of defending.
Yeah, you guys had a fucking oh my gosh, the deer and wildlife spawn in your guys' base.
That didn't last. It was only when you guys were raiding.
I was so pissed off. I was like, how the fuck did they have all this and they're not raiding us? There's so much oil.
We didn't utilize it while you were attacking.
Yeah.
Well, we tried to break it through to free them.
No, we murdered so many. Do you not see that? We started like, I remember, I don't know if anyone recorded it, but I think there was like 3 of us.
I recorded
it. Keep swinging, because there's animals running towards us. And just like become the chain.
And then the ram crew's like,
you couldn't see the rabbit.
Keep moving forward, and we're like, shut the fuck up, stop! You're not gonna be able to move forward with all these animals everywhere.
That's why we were becoming the meat grinder. Because I was like, guys, just stand in front of the ram and keep swinging in front of the ram because there's animals charging towards it, right? So we were like, become the meat grinder, cut them down.
Hold on, let me find the image. There's an image where the ram had like 12 deer on it.
I really think we should plan events like that, kind of like what I tried to do for the Buckhampton event, during
why not like
branch.
try to do 2 events a day, and then for the first day you do a time cutoff, like you tell everyone like, okay, we're only going to be doing this for 2 hours, like, and then we're going to stop in a peace period and then stop.
We
Unless
have
it's
done
like
before the Fight Club thing, but that was of course.
Yeah.
I feel like we should try out though a new Fight Club, because I don't mind trying out the new testing out of this the new combat, right? So I feel like a new Fight Club with this would be kind of interesting to learn a little bit better, more and more throughout this thing. So, but of course we do at the end of the test after we've done our little fights, and
but like the whole test should be a fight club. Like everyone, well, at least everyone who knows should be on the same page. Like, hey, we're not gonna attack or like mess with the other side until this set time. Blah, blah, blah.
You're gonna kill the population.
I don't know.
You're gonna kill the population.
These tests only last a couple days, so if it's one test that we try something like that,
Well, you should instead of one time period, you should do multiple periods. So like you do 2 hour like PvP, and then 2 hours.
Hit all time zones.
The thing is,
that's the core issue with the game is you're like, oh, there's the great event on Sunday. Yeah, but I only have Saturday.
I'm asleep or something because it's like
it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Everyone lives in different time zones. Like I know we have I think some Chinese players. We've got European players. We've got people from America. Like it's a world time zone, so we can't really get everyone to coordinate sometimes on every time we can, so or like a specific day as well, because some people might be away, some people might be busy, because we have had also tests during the weekdays where people are working, so they won't be able to get on because I'm still at work, or I just woke up, and whatever. So it's very different for everyone. So of course it's more of just if the event happens, like if the fight happens, it happens, but of course I don't know, maybe we could do something where all right, maybe on this last day, since we've done our main attack, and maybe someone became the victor of whatever it was, or like we tried our best. Let's see if we can do a professional kind of, let's say, civilized, like gentlemen, perform an
like a
attack.
scrim.
Yeah, like a
Skirmish.
Why don't the
yeah,
devs just come in after everything's over on the last day and just give us some magic boxes then?
that would be, yeah, I don't know,
Right.
maybe like
The last 5
And then
build
and then
six
everyone's
catapults,
equalized.
Build six
Right, right, right.
catapults, and they've got 20 scorpions on the wall. So we gotta,
Mhm.
I don't know, practice who hits who first, or who destroys who's first. Whatever, something like that. Maybe but that's all a spectacle. I guess we'll figure it out maybe next time.
Right.
In a
Oh,
month's
dude,
time,
they
or
should
next
make
test.
magic hammers. Holy shit.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Steel Hand. Oh wait, Rooster. How did I miss Rooster? Did I miss? Yeah, I did. Steel Hand. Rooster.
I interjected so much, so
Well,
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I was going to say you added a lot of points right in between, so I'm going to give just Steel
Yeah.
Hand. Steel Hand sitting there quietly like a nice little angel. What? Do you have anything new or on the good or bad here to add on?
Oh, I was. Yeah, the bad thing was that our mine, which is only iron for
Only
the longest
iron.
time. There's no coal at all.
Same.
So it was like, it was just, where's all the coal? There's only wolves and iron here.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was
Another
quite
lot.
and like there was no, like we said earlier as well, there was no iron slabs. So basically the iron refinery was pointless in building, because when we figured it out at the very start, we started cutting them. I was like, wait, this is iron cutoffs. It's like, really? Yeah, it's iron cutoffs. It's like, what the hell? Okay, I guess we don't need to build that silly iron refinery then, because it's pointless. That's the only usage right now that refinery is for, and it's literally just to make iron slabs into cutoffs, so to make iron ingots. So it was a bit weird, yeah. And yeah, I do agree. There was no stone and coal. We were kind of very mad about that as well, because we loved using our coal. And yeah. Anything else? You got anything else that you didn't like or you really liked within the test? That was your favorite thing, maybe? Nothing at all? No?
I like the racks.
The
Yeah,
racks?
like Phoebe said.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the weapon
it
racks, yeah.
really, it was such a relief to have. You just throw stuff in.
Yep. The only
Otherwise,
I think bad
you
thing
could just.
the only bad thing I want to say on that is if someone
Oh, don't say it.
yeah. So let's say I've crafted a bunch of fresh hammers, right? I've given this one man a hammer, and he hasn't come back to me in about, let's say, 20 minutes. He's been building away, smacking away something. He comes back to me. Instead of repairing it, he slaps it back into that rack where the other 4 hammers I've crafted, and those 4 hammers then drop in integrity lower. It is kind of annoying, but
That's
the only
Don't
person
worry.
that
That's not
deserves a
listening.
slap, but the only person that deserves a slap is not the devs, is the man who put the bloody hammer down in there damaged. It's
yeah,
the
that's
only annoying thing.
that's a skill issue. That's
It really
a skill
is
issue.
that's a skill issue, and I did have to teach, I think, some of the new guys that were the randoms
It's
that were
a
there.
pitfall.
Be like, guys, remember, repair your tool, please, before you put it in there, because if you put it in there, it's going to damage the rest of them, and we're going to get
It just
pissed
adds
off.
to the nursery book that we have to teach all these children every time they
But
play
that's-
the game.
It's what it is, but it's, I guess if they don't read the notices and stuff like that, they won't know. So I guess you got to teach it. It's like Foxhole as well. Some people don't look.
It's
at
just going to keep happening.
Yeah,
just
some
like
people
dropping
don't-
gear
yeah.
when you
It's
log
just-
out.
it's
It's
just
just going
there.
to keep happening.
They could fix that though, couldn't they?
Oh, absolutely. They
I
could
wish
fix
they
all of
could.
this.
They
They could
could
fix
have it where
every
it
single aspect of it.
Yeah.
drops
Just have
into
to
like
stack.
a box.
podcast.
Have a fully repaired stack and a partially repaired stack.
All right. I think do you know what, I want to see if I have any extra notes as well before I slap into the next page, because I want to see. So I got also caves are cool. I love the marketplace. Starting board expansion is amazing. Combat is more interesting before. I think that's also very, very nice. I do like the change to the new combat system. Of course, it does need to work, but
Fix flint knives.
yeah, fix flint knives. They're too fast.
That's all I say.
Flipping out, it's like the streets of London there.
It's better than kill horses.
It is. Yeah, fort system is cool. Oh, true. The horses. I still have a problem with the horses that I still hate. So
Yeah.
the feeding of the horses, of course, is still fine. So you feed the horses, and it doesn't lose hunger for a very long time. The pooping of the horses they improved on, which was very nice, because everyone was like, because you don't feed them as much, so now they poop less, so now there's less fertilizer, which I technically thought it wasn't really a big of a problem, anyways, because
I never even noticed.
Yeah, I never noticed really that. I feel like I don't know why they changed that.
Who's stopping to pick up horse poop on the road? Like,
well, it's not even that. It's more like who's like, don't you have stables? Like the amount of stables we've always had, I feel like they've always been.
You'd be
full
surprised.
Anyways, but
the amount of people that just build these stalls and just a fenced area to like hold the horses, they're like, I don't know why all my horses are dying.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they didn't put the feed in, that's why. But anyways,
no, they just have them
he's saying instead of making stables, they're making fully grown horses and leaving them in the pen.
As in the food trough thing. Okay, I get. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. Sorry. My brain wasn't.
That needs to be added to the tooltip. Only ponies will eat.
It definitely needs to be like this is only for growing them up, not to feed them. But yeah, I agree. Anyways,
there's a shame.
So the force feeding needs to be for healing the actual horse, is what I'm saying. So when you actually go out galloping into the wilderness and you take some damage from your horse, right? And your horse is still on full feed, so you cannot force feed him to heal up, and he will not automatically regain until he gets hungry again. So I want the devs to maybe fix that problem where you don't have to maybe feed it so much, but it still heals back its health because it's still on full feed, right? Like it's fully fed. It's fed and it's healing. Like I don't have to wait. I don't have to stand there for like a minute or two. I'm like, all right, give me a sec, guys. I'll attack you in a moment. Just give me a minute. The horse needs
gotta wait for my stomach's horse to grumble.
Yeah, it needs to go down to 92% or something, to feed it again, because I don't remember what the percentage is, but I know it's like within the 90s area. But yeah, it needs to be something where the horse heals over time. Basically when it's full, because it really you just keep sitting there and waiting for your horse to just die, even though it's fully fed, and it can't heal itself for some reason. So yeah, I don't know. That definitely needs a major change. I guess I've got a few other ones about that as well. So I guess let me put force feeding needs improvement, or force healing. I guess force healing needs improvement is what it is.
Drunken.
Is that not
feel like
with
heal
if we ate, we
health
cannot
is
heal as
already
well?
full.
Okay, you guys both said Dirty Hippie or Steelhand. Okay, Steelhand, you go first.
It should be like if it's damaged or attacked, it should heal if the health is still full, or the hunger bar.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like it doesn't do that. And what was yours, Hippie? What was yours? You said.
I agree with the previous point. It was basically the same.
Oh, okay,
from
same thing.
Steel.
Well, maybe
okay,
know where the issue arises though is like when you're in combat. Maybe there should be like a because I agree with it. There should be a timer for when the health regens for
I don't mind that.
30
but
seconds without.
It's more than it's more than like literally you have to sit there all the time. I don't mind waiting there. Maybe all right, give me 30 seconds and it starts healing again, right? But it's not 30 seconds. You have to wait 5 minutes or more, like literally
maybe
than
2 minutes or a minute would be good. Or if you're like off the horse and let the horse rest.
Not a minute or two. I think 30 seconds out of combat is perfectly fine. It's like the same when you're out of combat, even less than 30 seconds.
I'm just saying the people riding horses would have a higher advantage.
Yeah,
they're more deadly.
But that's why I'm giving them 30 seconds, because you know how when you swing, you're in combat for like 5 seconds, right? It
5
says
seconds,
you're in combat.
You got 25 seconds.
Get away, right? So here you got 25 seconds more. Because of that, you're damaged, and you've got 25 seconds more to heal up again. But I mean, your horse needs to heal up again.
And that includes jumping off the horse, pulling out the food, standing there. So it would still be a minute.
I'd say
but that's
maybe
the thing.
push it to a minute. I would say a minute.
That you don't have to jump off the horse to feed it again, because that's force feeding to heal it, right? Either allow us to force feed it to heal it again, or just
Charm's
have it
point is still good, though. You still do have to hop off and manage, so there is still that downfall.
Yeah. It's the minute. So, Cappy, if you're saying 30 seconds, it's not 30 seconds, then your horse is healed and you're back in combat. It's 30 seconds, you can get off your horse in a safe area, safe enough at least.
When it's time to
feed the horse, and then get back into combat. So you're still at a minute and a half in perfect conditions.
So, you're still
that's what I'm saying for Rooster. Rooster wants to make it not a minute. Now you're Now you're at 1:32 minutes. If you say 2 minutes, now you're at 2:33 minutes, and that's not fun combat. So in the current system,
that's
30
basically the
seconds
same
would
amount
work.
of time now. Like you got to spend for it to dehunger itself and then feed it. And you're like, yep, let's just wait here 5 minutes. And then it's like, now eat.
No,
Now
5
eat?
minutes is never
No.
fun waiting. Like
Yeah.
Sprint in a circle.
if waiting for food is 30 seconds to a minute and a half, like I'm not waiting 5 minutes.
I just think the horse should never be 100% full constantly. Just be like, okay, it's full, and then go straight down to 99%.
Do you know why they did that, though?
It.
The only reason they did that was because people were complaining that I always have to feed my donkey because it's on the spinning wheel, right? That's the only reason why. Because they didn't want
the
to be
hunger bar
feeding
just never goes to 100.
Oh.
That's like the quick and dirty fix.
Yeah, but
so you feed it, it hits 100, and then you immediately go back to 99%.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
And when can you feed a horse? When it's just a little bit hungry, right?
You break the mindset of the player thinking there's never 100%.
It's like 4% or 5% or something like that. I don't remember. I know
Okay,
it's
so just increase the time it takes to get to there, is what I'm saying. So whatever that minimum feed time is, reduce that exponentially, and then...
where you can force feed it every time. So you do end up
that's
still
the quick and
feeding
dirty
it a
fix.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot of
Force
feeding.
feed it, but it poops a lot.
Well, see that I don't know. It could be problematic though at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Because they have a limit where once it hits 80% in the stables or something like that, I think it will start eating. So if they do that for force feeding, it might be the same thing where you end up hitting 99% and it eats again, poops again, eats again, poops again, and all your food is going to be gone from your stables because it ate 100 berries of food in like 10 seconds.
being in the stable is a condition.
Yeah, but I don't. They have to work on that. That's what I'm saying. I just want some sort of improvement that it either auto heals with the food it already has, or something else as well, like the force feeding. But yeah, okay.
Or give us some other item to feed it.
New food type, carrots.
True.
Yeah, carrot, something
to heal it. Yeah. New food type to heal it. That might be good. Yeah.
Horses don't get food buffs. We do. Give us carrots. You can feed the horse a carrot, and it has increased health regen for a minute and stam regen for 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Whatever.
My horse wants armor now.
All we need is the rested bonus, and everybody will have a horse in the tavern.
Yes.
Well, we need rested bonus in the camps for sure.
So, just a quick question: how many ravens did you guys experience within your lovely territory? On the side,
a horrifying amount.
I know we did. I live with you. I meant these guys. I was on about Hippie, Steel Hand, and
Louis. But the people listening to the podcast, don't know our experience.
Well, they do when I explain it later in a moment. Don't worry, I have a photo for this already.
Yeah.
My
map.
I apologize. I don't trust the process.
Say that again, sorry, Louis.
A Raven Guard.
My map was overrun with ravens by the end.
Yes, I agree. So the animal spawns, they definitely cut that down. So they cut down the wolves and the deers and all that. So I think they did a good job on that, and I think they fixed it a little bit. Of course, apart from the time when we went to battle and a million deer and rabbits spawned out of nowhere, which was kind of hilarious. But we will try to ignore that a little bit. Not so much though. But anyways, we basically in our area, we as Ink said, had a Raven Guard basically. So we ended up having literally a nice security system that just went around the whole homestead area, and it just managed to produce tons and tons of raven trees. For some reason, I don't know why. We weren't even in this area. Like the only people that lived there was literally Ink and a couple other people. So I'm gonna try. Hold on, I'm gonna try and show this. This is gonna be very difficult to show.
Home defense drone.
Well, basically,
network.
This is the image that I have right now. I don't know if you guys can see it now on stream, but this was basically none of these. So hold on, this first image is the first one. Actually, no, is that the first one? No. That's the first one, as you can see. So that was the regular spawns, right? That was the ones that we started off in, which wasn't too bad, right? And for some reason, it just doubled up even more, and we weren't even running through these places as often. Like this was literally, we were here on the left of where the town hall was most of the time. So I don't understand how most of these ravens spawned in, And not only that, I feel like they've still got it set to the old spawning system with the
They do.
dens.
They use the den system.
And it's still the den system. So technically speaking, the ravens, how they made the animals not spawn on roads, but they've made the ravens still spawn next to the roads. They're
Near
not spawning
roads.
on the roads.
All
but
the
they're-
animal dens
they're
still
on-
spawned by
yeah,
roads and
they're
homesteads.
spawning on roads and homesteads. So technically speaking, they're spawning in too many places, and it's funny though, because like we had it once where I don't know if you can see. Can you see my mouse by any chance?
I can't even see the picture.
You can't see.
I
the
can see your mouse.
Okay, well, anyways,
Oh.
so in this area, basically, I remember I walked basically to Ink's homestead to get some food. I came back and instantly there, Raven Tree just spawned in, and we had a road there. Like we built a road there, and I was like, bro, I was here 20 seconds ago, man. Why have you spawned in? Like I'm the only person as well in the town, basically. And it spawned in. And I was like, excellent. So thank you very much, Des, for that. That was.
How are you supposed to do Logi up that road to the right? How are you
Yeah.
supposed to? How are you
couldn't.
supposed to take a wagon full of resources past 1, 2, 3,
Well,
4,
actually,
we
okay,
couldn't.
so
7,
what it
8
was.
ravens?
horses.
And I'm talking the main road, not even a built
Raven
road.
Guard.
Dude,
Horses with a wagon cart. The ravens don't affect you at all.
if I could find
There's
a
a-
photo as well of us
What?
going
I
towards...
was attacked on a cart.
I have a video
Oh, the
of me
horse
like
wagon he's on about. Yeah.
yeah, I was on a horse wagon just mining a bunch of hide to make flasks, and I'm just like, I wonder if I could take on a raven on a horse and wagon with my sword. And so I was trying to aggro like up 3 ravens next to the tree. None of them would go to me.
Hmm.
That's weird. Maybe it was
But
just they didn't
on
detect you. You
caravans,
blended in.
like- Well, as soon as I got off the horse, I was like, and then I was fighting the ravens, and then yeah,
Well, that brings
got
up
back
one
on the
point,
horse.
though. I think they need to work on these raven. Like the spawns are one thing. I don't think the raven path should intersect with a whole different raven tree's path. You should never be forced to fight 3 ravens.
I don't think they do, but I do.
They do.
They do.
They
spawn
do. How many
quite
times have you
close.
fought a raven and a third one has come in? Like that's happened to me a handful of times during this.
There's
time.
always 3 though.
But there's always 3 though. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna happen. It's
The-
just they hunt in
The
packs.
thing that's shitty is when you hunt 3 and then the 4th one spawns in.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about because you can.
So when the 4th one
I can
spawns,
kite
yeah.
away 2 of them, no problem. But then there's always another raven that comes in from the whole other direction. If you go back to your map, you will
Yeah.
see those raven paths are flying around. They're intersecting.
I do. Yeah, there is
Well,
certain.
the key is get the tree out as fast as possible.
That's the thing.
What does it matter? Because the tree comes right back.
Yeah.
Well, you want to. Well, it's like the whole farming of bows and like.
It is,
deadwood.
but the thing is, it spawns in way too frequent, and it
Yeah,
spawns
yeah.
in so much that it's insanity. Like, so just to explain, when we done our convoy up to basically the furthest point of our territory, and we built a camp there, we literally had half the convoy only go. Like, not even half. I think maybe 1/4 of the convoy went up. No trees, right? They went up. Then we had 6 trees pop up instantly pop up on this road. This road was a safe road. It then became a danger hazard for the rest of the convoy, and everyone else then came up, and then there was just 10 more that popped up as well at the same time when everyone was rolling up. And the problem was not only they were like frequent, but they were pretty close to each other, so there needs to be either a set distance for
Distance or
one
spacing.
yeah, one raven tree from another, like 100 meters or something, or more, like maybe 200 even, I feel like, from each raven tree that has spawned in. And that's it, like at least something. And
Yeah.
maybe at least also give me a 20 meter to 50 meter distance from a road, from any road, including man-made ones. It needs to be 50 meters away from anything, including structures as well. I don't mind it being in the wild, I don't mind it being anywhere else, but it's just, if it spawns in and it's just right outside my town hall, it's like, what the hell? I was here 2 seconds ago and it just spawns in right in front of me. Like, I've seen it once on a previous test, which I think they didn't change the way it spawned in anyways, where we were attacking a homestead. There was no raven tree there, and this was nighttime. We didn't even know the raven was there. And 3 seconds later, someone was getting attacked by a raven. And we're like, what? How the hell is he getting attacked by a raven? Did Debs just spawn in a raven there? And then we look right outside the homestead wall, and there's a bloody raven tree that spawned in there. I was like, how the hell did that spawn in there? That like, we were here literally for 10 seconds, and it just spawned in.
It's just Adam sitting out there in the darkness.
Yeah, it spawned in. Someone ended up dying to a raven.
Have you ever seen a tree have a growth spurt, man? Like just
yeah, totally. Well, you put enough bone meal inside of it, yeah, like for Minecraft.
Yeah, there's dead bodies hanging off the trees. Of course, there's gonna be bones.
These are Ents. We're dealing with Ents.
Yeah, it's a bit insanity, and I hope they do fix that. Like, there's definitely a big major flaw to this, which needs improvement, of course, and there's a lot of other things that, of course, I do want to add on. I'll probably add it on, later on to the opinions part, because I feel like it's a bit of both. But let's go anyways to the next part, which is our surprise topic that I have chosen, slash chosen two topics technically. One is relating, of course, to caves, which we've all loved and adored. We all enjoyed. We all suffered. We all got lost and stuck in, started crying for our mums because we were scared to get home.
They collapsed and had us into rescue team.
Yeah, we literally did. Honestly, we were like saying, Alabama, could you come help us? We were calling one of the guys. We're like, help us, please. We're stuck in this cave and we don't know where to go. We actually managed to just find it as well as he came in. So we're like, oh, never mind. We found the exit just in time. But we were there for like at least, I don't know, 15 minutes stuck. But yeah, so what I know everyone loves the caves, and of course, the idea of the caves is cool. I'm actually very curious though. What was your designs in you guys' cave? So Roosters, Steelhand Louie, and Hippie. Because I know, of course, the other guys were living with us. But what type of caves did you guys have? Were they big as well? Were they small? Did you have water in some? Because we had some water in some of ours as well. So I'm curious.
Yeah, we had water in ours.
I didn't see any water. It was just a huge like because I also played at the portrait mode, so I would see the caves like in a vast way. So, but there was really like nothing in our caves at all. Like there was no iron, there was no stone. All it was wolves. And
yeah, you guys had a weird one. I remember
setting up little camps to protect us from all the wolves everywhere.
I remember Mike saying that. I was like, you guys don't even have iron spawning? Like, we've got iron constantly spawning in, but we had no stone or coal for some reason spawning in.
You would have to go super far in one direction to get one iron. And yeah, it was a hassle.
And was this a large one as well? Was this a large cave?
Caves, like, it had to be large cave, but I would love to see caves like be intertwined, like just a lower under map. Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to expand on. Like, what do you guys think of that idea of, so like, of course they will do it in the future. So what do you think of the idea of how they would be working, of like the caves being connected between one another, right? So like basically, let's say I get in the cave, I hike, I don't know, let's say half an hour or maybe less than half an hour in a certain direction towards you, but of course I have to path my way there, right? So I have to know how to get there. Plus, how would it work? Like, will there be an icon showing?
I think I know.
Think about it this way: it would be so cool if they do connect. Because think about it as a combat situation.
Well, they're going to.
Because if they do it, the beacon networks, it will not be detected. So you're in the dark. Okay, two teams are trying to do sneak attacks, meet in the middle, and have to fight it out, and then deal with wolves too, and the darkness. I think it'd be
well, of course, they're gonna have to. Wait, what's? Stu, are you talking?
Oh.
I think there's something in the background. He's
can't hear you.
Stu, we can hear you, my friend.
Take my strong hand.
Okay, I'm just gonna drag him away from her. If someone can DM him, I'll ask him in a second.
I know how to make caves connect. You could have collapses where they do connect, and then those collapses would be like your indicator that you're now going to a connected part of the cavern. You gotta like pick at it, uncover this little cavern entrance, and now you're in an interconnected tunnel.
What happens if you What happens if your pickaxe breaks and you're just stuck in that cave then?
Well, you wouldn't be stuck. The only way to get into that cave is to clear the entrance. Once you've cleared it, you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you would indicate, hey, this is an interconnected piece because I have to dig here. That's not a part of my cavern. That's a part of someone else's adjacent cavern.
But yeah, would there be borders though? Like within that, would there be like a
Ooh.
like do you cross a border and then you're in another cavern and then
I have this theory because you could hear what people were producing above you while you're in the cavern, or there were just like random sounds. I feel like you use the same like world space in the caves as you do up above. Just because of recycling the instance or whatever.
Yep.
And I feel like you could like position us physically just like that. And like you could actually physically like maybe even cave in someone's like wall underneath them.
Yep.
If you were to like sabotage that, it would be awesome. Oh my god.
And also,
that'd be hard to program.
Also, within time, will there be then like because we're gonna have the expansion of the connected caves, right? Will there be then like some sort of maybe like a mining outpost you can build within this cave, so you can at least like survive at least a little bit longer and then path your way back and defend it? Yeah, like a small little, I don't know,
a siege
a
camp.
dwarf.
The small
cave,
the small camp, the little camp, the little small camps.
I don't know, a dwarven hut or something. You know, like just something to protect yourself whilst you're mining within this, you know, little dangerous lands underneath the, I don't know, remnant or ancient land or whatever, you know. And it'll be interesting though, like because you have this. I guess I don't know. There's this certain people would love to live underneath, of course, the caves, right? They would love to live inside the caves, and you know, just
well, there would
stay
be
there.
more resources spawning, like you know,
no,
the caves would spawn the resources faster, maybe.
Well, they won't respawn. Well, specifically, won't respawn all those resources, right? It will spawn in the stuff that just regularly spawns in. So, like, you have the wolves, you have the coal, the iron, the stone, right? But of course, I guess maybe the mining outpost can store some of this stuff, you know, and then. I guess you can also live there a little bit, like if you brought yourself some twigs to build a campfire within the mining outpost, and you can cook the meat from the wolves that you've killed, right? So you can live a little bit, you know, use the coal to live there, mining, keep mining, and yeah.
You gonna get the black lung?
Yeah, get the black lung.
Yeah, your children's down in the mines.
You know, just inhale that lead. You know, whatever's necessary, right? You know, just.
Goes back to my question of will we have a hygiene system or a plague situation?
The plagues? Oh, well,
I don't know.
have a plague system within the whole thing. Okay, I don't know. So Donut right now has pinged me about, since we're talking about caves. So I'm gonna go back to this
concept art
thing. There's a little thing that Donut has created here, which is an interesting, I guess you could say.
Donut, get your ass in here.
Yeah, he should get his ass in here, shouldn't he? I so agree. So a cave lift, which he's drawn. Yeah, I know, it's outrageous. He joins the channel. I mean, joins the thing and doesn't even actually come and join in. But there's this idea he created, which was a cave lift that will basically bring up loads of resources out of a cave, and of course, you know, have a little pull system that someone is inside. I'm assuming either donkey / human hamster wheel, by the looks of what he's done there. So it's very interesting. So, and like this is of course the current version, as you can tell. So I don't know if you guys messed around with that or saw screenshots of the human tower of people that we created, but it was pretty funny.
I saw it. It was good.
But yeah, I guess these cave extensions. So what these with the current cave expand massive underground areas, but it's this is an illustration. Players will find small gaps and passages that are blocked by stalagmites, and that reason why you have to use your pickaxe. So. Okay, so I'm assuming there's passages within the caves that maybe go to the other regions, like we talked about.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to break them using, I guess, these the pickaxe, right? The breakthrough to get to the other region or the other cave and go deeper. So I guess it's pretty interesting. So it's more of a I guess I guess the expansion, like we were talking about, right? Like the expanding of the cave and changing it up. So it's pretty interesting. I like the idea. I definitely find it very, very cool. You know, I don't know how to say it really. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Grand.
Yeah.
Immersive.
Immersion. Yeah, immersing yourself into the cave, being, having more stuff that you can use, and I guess, yeah, interaction, right? So the mining of the ores, and then you have killing animals, building a mining outpost, mining through doorways, or to create your own doorways, right? Mining through to create your own doorways. But then, can you block those doorways as well? Is what I'm thinking.
Or cave them in.
Yeah, cave
collapse
them in.
them.
Well, yeah, if you had to support them, let's say these doorways were temporary, but if you added to support with bronze structures, like the tie fasteners on a lumber, even if it were dead wood, I don't care. You bring it in there and you set it up, and now you have a 6-hour doorway instead of a 2-hour doorway. But if you came in and maintained it, you could continue that 6 hours over and over again.
So what you're saying is you can easily destroy the stalagmites, the little and the spiky things. Destroy that, and then you put in something stronger, so it's harder to puncture through. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good way of doing it. That's definitely more interesting as well, and I guess it strengthens up your area to not get flanked by the enemy as well. So if you get attacked, then you're like, oh no, someone's broken this door. We must fix it up again or something.
Yeah, make it cost bronze.
But there definitely needs to be some sort of I feel like if we're going to expand, there needs to be some sort of mapping within the cave as well.
Oh, you're right.
Because it's right
People
now.
will get lost.
Yeah, like before I feel like there was mapping within the cave when we were there mining. It was just I don't know, I didn't see nothing. It was just, of course, it was a path I took, right? It was just like, it showed that, this is not grayed out anymore. And there was like a flag, I think I saw, where the exit was. So I was like, mapping of the cave would be really nice to have.
You know what we're gonna do, Cappy? We're gonna tie a rope around your waist and you a torch.
Oh please! If that could be done, I would love that. I would love to just have that where just
keep your left hand on a wall and just keep moving.
Breadcrumbs, yeah.
Cappy, you're gonna be our canary. Just go, and we'll see. If you pull the rope, we know you got eaten.
Yeah, exactly. And then
you might eat thing in the water.
What happens if the wolf pulls it really hard? What if the wolf pulls really hard and then starts
I want to see the waterfalls in the game.
Well, then we know there's a fish on the land and we have food tonight.
It's a wolf. Wolf's mouth is just stuck to the rope, and you pull it back, and you're like, "We pull it, we got it." Oh, it's Cappy. That's not Cappy.
Oh, he's missing an arm and a head.
Yeah, exactly. So it's.
Oh shit! He got grabbed by the thing in the water.
It's very different. So, like, I don't know, maybe a line of gunpowder or something, to light the way back or something.
Donna says he can't join.
Through. But
it's got to go to the queue.
Just click on the pub queue. If you can, Donut. If you click on the pub queue, you could join. I could drag you in, and you could join in on the podcast there. Nice little chat away if he wants to join in. But yeah, like so yeah, I don't know. There could be ways that needs to be, like, I don't know, some sort of way of just pathing yourself that you know where to go, or like, I feel like we've spoken about this cartography table as well, where we could just path our way and then tell others, all right, I took this path. Look at this table. This is what the path looks like, and then
the cartography table.
Yeah. Basically,
add my real life profession to the
cartographer approved.
Cartographer approved, indeed. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole idea. Like, we need something to tell everyone, like, where are we or what's happening. Stuff like that. Basically, to just expand on it. And but yeah, like it's really cool. And I do hope they do something like this. The map idea, I don't know if actually, do you have any points? Does anyone else have any points? I know Donut actually just came. Donut, what do you have that maybe you want to expand on your drawings that we were talking about? Yeah, on the cave and your drawings that we were talking about.
I was thinking of like a lamp that you can attach on your waist while you're mining.
Oh yeah, someone did mention that as well. And they're like
Oh,
The-
what if
what
or
was it, the
maybe a
candle?
use
A little lantern. It's like a
candle?
little backpack. The lantern's above the head, kind of.
The candle,
Yeah.
candle on your head, candle,
Candle on your
helmet,
head.
candle helmet.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned it
See if I can
earlier. I
find
noted it down. I knew I noted that down for a good reason. Mining helmet, basically, to have like a little candle light, which is that'd be very cool. Because then I guess you could be a proper dwarf, then, couldn't you?
Yep.
Be a proper dwarven man. You know, like what's his name? I don't even know the names anymore from Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to think. Anyways, but yeah.
Bilbo? No,
Yeah. Did you
Gimli.
say Bilbo?
Yeah, that's a hobbit. Gimli,
That
he's
is
a
the
real
wrong
dwarf.
mining, but they mine dirt.
Gimli, Bilby, Bibba, Bumba,
Built for
Billy Killy,
Bill, yeah,
Oren,
that's all of them.
Oakenshield.
Foreign Oakenshield. Yeah, I don't think he was mining, but he was definitely a king. But anyways, but yeah, like definitely that would be very cool to have of like, because then I guess you could use your tool at the same time because you can't see when you have like when you take out the torch, you can see of course where you're going, and then you're like, oh look, there's the iron node, and then you start mining. It's like then it's just pure darkness, and then it just says you are mining this iron cutoff. It's like amazing. It's like I can't see anything. Then you turn on a torch, and then a wolf is right there in front of you, and you're like, oh no, that's no good.
That's some Looney Tunes stuff.
It really is. It's literally like a horror movie when you like turn it off. There's nothing there, and then 2 seconds later, the wolf appears.
The weeping angel.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, do you guys have any other points that you think would be interesting for the caves? That they
Well,
have
there was
for
also a scarcity of coal, right?
yeah.
Always.
So we
Yeah.
spoke
So I
about
was
that at the
thinking
start,
of-
yeah.
I was thinking of alternative. Why can't we make charcoals?
True. That could be like
So let's say
Killing
you don't have
a
a cave
kiln.
in
Put
your
the
area.
Yeah,
planks in a
a kiln.
furnace
kiln.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
a charcoal kiln would be so a what was the word you said? Not counterpart. What's the word? Substitute.
Alternative.
Or alternative. Yeah, there you go. That's a better word. Alternative to coal.
Upgrade.
Upgrades. We all want upgrades. Definitely.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Charcoal burn in a kiln. Yeah, like that would be actually really good actually, because there's a lot of games that have that where you can create charcoal from just wood, from like wood logs. Of course, you gotta Minecraft is a good example. Well, that's a basic example, but like there's still loads of other games that also have that exact thing where just Valheim. I think like there's just any survival game that has that basically. Just is pretty good. But yes, I guess they definitely need to implement that. Definitely 100%. Where you burn a log, but it has to be a log, right? It can't be planks because burning planks is already a refined. Unless it's like you have to burn 6 planks or something like that to do it, or maybe let's say 4 planks, or whatever maybe 4 planks or 1 log. You decide. That'll be an interesting way of doing that. But yeah, it's definitely necessary because I think we'll run out of coal pretty quickly. But unless they fix the spawn rates, of course. If they fix the spawn rate and let it spawn in like the iron did at the same rate, then it should be fine. But if not, then maybe as an alternative. Maybe if there's no mine nearby, it's technically good. Yeah, because if there's no mine nearby, it could be a good alternative as well.
Yeah,
it'd be very nice. But yeah, you guys got anything else? Anyone got anything cool that they liked to maybe wish they had in the caves while they were down there?
Not in the cave. Oh, bats.
Possibility to place traps.
I don't know about that. Would that be good?
It will be good.
I don't know. Well, I guess against the wolves, possibility to place traps.
Well, you couldn't do that.
Will there be
Why
bats? Question mark.
Even just tiny little bats that just scratch you on the way out. They're just like, it just adds to the atmosphere. You crack into a new cavern and the bats come racing past you to get out. Like they're just escaping. But they scrape past you.
Maybe.
Escape
Or it's just like it acts like kind of like the Ravens, but a little bit better, and they're very weak though because
Yeah.
they
Exactly.
they hit you quick, but they take like 1 or 2 hits and they're dead, and that's it.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
That's not too bad. I don't mind that. It's just like a little pest basically that's happening there.
I think
It's
it's
for
not
the
gonna be
atmosphere.
popular. The Ravens are not popular. Bats never not going to be popular at
I
all.
love
I
it.
think.
Well, yeah, true. Bats will not be popular, but I feel like they have.
Well, the bats
mentioned
don't
it,
need to
didn't
be
they?
the focus. They already have a focus.
Yeah, they already mentioned though something where like the wolves right now are only in there, but there will be other creatures in there next time. I'm not sure
Do
what
it.
might be in there, but
Leak
like
it.
yeah,
Post it.
yeah, we've heard of other things before. We've heard like maybe there might be a hyena or something in there, which we're not sure. It
Rats.
kind of looks like a hyena, the design, but like I don't know. But or rats, yeah, Well, I don't know, rats. Will rats be in a cave? I don't know. That's a bit weird for a rat to be in a cave. I don't think rats would be.
Really?
in a
That
cave.
weird. There's
But they
Maybe
grow
in
the
towns.
ground.
caves.
Yeah, in a town, yeah, but like in a cave, I don't think that's their real favorite environment. Living in there underground.
Wet,
Maybe.
dark areas. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
hope
not
we
dark
don't meet
areas.
a power
You live in a
down
cave.
It's like
Snakes,
The
snakes.
catacombs.
Could be.
Depends
yeah.
on if there's edible roots.
venomous snake.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Rats is like if there's junk living there, so that could be eaten.
There's fungus that you can eat, maybe. More
Yeah.
fungus variety.
They'll probably die from the fungus though if there's a fungus variety.
Mushrooms inside.
Mushrooms
Yeah.
in the cave. Yeah, mushrooms in the cave. That would be cool.
Yeah. For
Extra
cooking,
food
that'd be great.
Mushrooms that illuminates at night.
Or mushrooms that
Valheim.
illuminate in the cave would be as well cool.
Yeah, like not so strong, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
shows
like
you a
just like a
bit.
little glow,
A
like a little
moonlight.
small
Yeah.
illumination in the cave would be cool. Yeah, like I don't know what else could be in the cave. There's like what those bugs called? Those the ones that glow in the
Fireflies?
dark. Yeah. Fireflies maybe. That'd be interesting.
Secret tunnels.
Some fireflies or something in the cave, just randomly floating around. It would be just like really random, like what is that? Oh, it's a bug. Okay. What is that? It's just mushrooms glowing. Okay. What is that? It's a wolf. You're about to die. It's like god damn it. But yeah,
maybe you collect these
rats.
mushrooms, put them in a jar.
yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Rats.
Maybe you ate a mushroom and you just imagining things, and you're not actually in the cave. You're just in your
can see in
homestead.
the dark, guys.
Teleport.
You're just in the homestead. You're like, wait, this was the homestead the whole time.
That'd be
You
funny.
killed Billy. I thought he was a wolf.
No, that was the cave goblin. You killed Alabama.
But yeah, like they definitely. It would be cool to see that expansion, the connections. I hope it's not going to be too simplistic, where you end up like walking 5 minutes one way and then you find another rope and you're like, whoa, where does this go? And then you've teleported half of the map or something like that.
Oh no, we can't have that.
I don't mind if it's like
Nah.
you find like, for example, like one of Donut's exits where you go through that and then it teleports you to another cave, but it's not like super far away. Of course, this is like another cave, maybe let's say 500 meters away from where you live,
Okay.
and then you
Or
teleport
like in
again.
forests.
Yeah, kind of like it's constantly it teleports you, but like you have to go through a series of cave systems, right, or something like that. So like it's connected, but it only teleports you
Not
to
like
one
a
to the other.
giant leap.
Yeah, not like
Yeah.
a giant leap where I can go from the ancient side or from the remnant side and then teleport over to the half of the map, and then I'm like, I'm over here now. Look, I'm behind them. Let's build a base behind them.
I'd be okay with that.
But yeah, like you'd have to basically travel through the cave and experience all the mystical creatures in between. I don't know, like a Komodo dragon or something. But yeah, so the map idea was really, so my theory of this was more like to change the side. So you know how in Foxhole they change sides, right? So you have the collies and the wardens switch sides. of the map. So the north attacks the south, and then they switch over, and then the south now attacks the north or whatever, right? So I was thinking maybe for the next test, if the devs would be interested in doing it, to switch sides for the factions, where the ancients then go on the north side and the remnants go on the south side, and basically experience new lands, new building opportunities, right? And like test it out, right? Just like see what it's like. You know what I mean? Like so.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, would you guys be interested as well in that, Louis, Steelhand, and Hippie? I know you guys always play Remnant, so.
Ooh. What if they did like west and east?
Or west and east, yeah. Well, dude, there's a river in the way that we can't even cross. What?
Yeah, we both build boat bridges.
Both hate that, and we
I
know
love the boat bridges.
Boat bridges, dude. There's gonna be like 20
us rafts,
pontoon
then.
bridges on that
Give us
river.
rafts. Maybe there's a cave under the river.
Oh yeah, do you know what?
Ooh,
Yeah.
If they do
Caves
that,
under.
I'll be happy. But for now,
Yeah.
they haven't done that. So, what do you guys think though? Like Louis and
Rivers
Hippie
and
Steelhand?
caves.
You guys sitting there-
Personally, I would not like. I get attached to the land, so I like this island area. And
that's bad.
if they change it, it can't do anything about it. But it can go both ways. It becomes a more interesting thing, but other people that are attached to the place maybe not gonna like switching.
They might
isn't
not
that,
be
isn't that like a
faction
sin?
based. They might just be based off a location.
Isn't that like one of those
Like,
sins, like
if-
lust? You're having lust for the land.
But it's more like sentiment feelings. I don't know. Like now with the territory system, it was like, oh, I don't want to have that piece of land lost to the enemy. But then if you, I don't know. Personally, I don't mind not switching. Let's say like that. I get attached to the area.
But don't you like trying out something new? Like, there's always that thing where you end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. Then you're like, oh, okay, let's do something new this time. Let's go to this spot maybe. Or since like we've lived in the same lands for a while now, maybe like switch it over and see how it's like. Where, now we have the southern land and they have the northern land, and then see. Okay, we can build in this location. I'll try it out, see how it's like as well. If it's a cool land, or how come they loved using this area so often? What's so cool about it, or something like that. Like we've built it as well in multiple places, and sometimes in the same place multiple times, because we know it's quite a nice piece of land, I guess. But like we've also just
Little duck.
I don't know, yeah, little duck, yeah, very nice, of course, because it's flat. It's very flat.
I like
there.
Blessed.
The local knowledge is just nice that you know this area very good. So the side effect of switching, you will know the whole map, and it's less.
But that's the thing; it will happen.
You'll
in
know
the
map
future.
by just playing the game.
And that's it. Yeah, you'll know the map by playing the game. Over time, you end up, building. Let's say, expanding.
Especially if you keep
the
attacking.
town halls. Yeah, the more you expand, the more you do. Then, like, of course, it's like I said, like in Foxhole, right? The more you play the game, it ends up you keep going to the same spots every time, and that's why I guess they do that, where they switch the lands around, where you have now the north attacking the south, and then they end up doing east and west, where they do a east and west attack, and then switch it over, right? But it's
more for balancing. So one side cannot say, "Oh, they have better land," so they just switch it to just keep it fair.
Not really.
Or lore.
I don't think so. It's it's more lore related. I think that was always it was always related.
Because like up in the north section, there's like an ancient and a remnant territory.
Exactly.
Like,
true.
The temple's like maybe remnant, but there's like a farther northern ancient town above it. Like
there's just there's certain things that are probably 50-50s. Like we don't know exactly as much from it, because all it is just structures, right? So like I guess we're just like, this is an image, and this is an image, and like we're thinking it might be ancient, it might be remnant, like maybe it was a deity of one of the ancients and the remnants destroyed it, or it was a
this guy's wearing a rope, this guy's not,
something
this guy's
like
wearing shoes.
There's just a foot, I think, on one of those as well, from what I remember. It was just like a random rock foot. But I don't know. I feel like that would be very interesting to see, to try out, even to attempt maybe to have a switcheroo, have a little bit of this and that, and see what everyone would feel like, like what's the what's the lands like? What's it feel like? Is it better? Well, it's not as better, but like as in just try something new, basically. You know, just to attempt it out and see what's cool and what's fun to try out new. You know, different lands, different places. But yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next points. Let's go to our last and favorite bit that we all love to scream and rant about I don't know, anything that you guys want to see and would love to maybe introduce, feedback, kind of any sort of idea that has popped in your head and you've always wanted to have within the game. So I'm gonna put with one of my points firstly down that I've always, I think, wanted, which was the armor axe. I've always wanted armor axe every time.
Yeah.
I think everyone wants armor axe. I think at this point, armor axe just need to exist. I don't know why they don't exist. I don't know whether it's, I don't know, a mystical fantasy that just doesn't exist in this game or something, like it was never invented or whatever, but I feel like armor axe just needs to be in the game because we never have a place to store these items. We, like, I don't know, we don't have
fires.
Yeah, well, we can't even, but that's what I mean. Campfires is not the correct place. Come on, like, it's like a weapons storage but for armor. And I feel like so for these things, it should be also allowed to be built within camps as well. So, you know, at least we can also store public and damage stuff as well within these racks in the camps. So, like, even a weapon stockpile as well would be nice to have within the camp. So yeah, like, I feel like these just should be allowed to be built and also allowed to be built within the camps as well, just so we have that that nice storage basically. But yeah, anyways, let's go with Hippie. Do you have any drunken truths that you like or would like to see?
Why are bigger boats, but they will come eventually. Yeah, I would like to see more stuff being built in the castle. Like, I really miss stables there and kitchen. But maybe one day.
So bigger boats, and what was it? The
modular housing.
Kitchen and stable in the fortress. A little bit more stuff to do there.
More items to be allowed to build in the fortress. Cool. Yeah. Like, true. I do agree. Ink definitely. I know Ink has a point for this. I'm gonna go straight to Ink just for this one quick point because I know he'd love to talk about this one. But go on, Ink. I know what you want to talk about.
Bring back the modular housing.
Bring back modular housing because that's one of our favorite buildings.
Right now.
Modular housing was basically everyone built their kitchen within modular housing. We all loved modular housing. We wanted to build amazing little kitchen sets. You know, we were basically the little mothers of our town. But yeah, it was just nice though.
Base mom.
Yeah, base mom. You know, that's what it was. Yeah, you were able to make some cool housing. We were able to put beds within these houses. So, you know, technically, if you ran out of beds within your homestead, you can at least make a nice little, I guess, I don't know, I'm not going to say the word that I always like to call them, but basically a nice little fancy house or cabin, log cabin that we always enjoy making. So yeah, and there was also another thing. What was it? In town halls you wanted to talk about, Ink, on that. There was, I forgot what it was. It was relating to cooking in the town hall.
A mess hall?
It would be neat if they gave us some way to cook in the town.
Yes.
A mess hall.
So,
cook or mess hall or some sort of...
Take that tavern and expand the footprint like by at least 2 to 3 times. There's so much space in the core.
I feel like the interior of the fortress walls is completely barren right now. Like they could easily allow us to build kitchens in the town.
It's like
they just have to give us a granary building.
Yeah. That's what it works.
Reduces the time to cook.
So it was basically you can have a silo and
you need a silo.
mess hall basically. So you can have the kitchen mess hall and a silo that stores a buttload of food, but of course, like it's raw food, right? So like
well, not only does it store stuff, only the public can only access like putting stuff into it. They can't pull stuff out of it. Only like a cook or like who you like have in a position should be able to actually pull it out and cook with it.
So what? There should be a role within the town hall,
like a surfer, cottager.
Cook.
Yeah,
that
pretty
would
much.
be cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, that would be awesome to be.
It should be really easy to vote someone in to be a cook.
But yeah, it would be very nice because then I guess you can store food even within the town hall, I guess, if you really want to. But I guess at the same time, though, you can have a nice little massive spawn point for when people spawn in. It's like, oh, there's no food in the town hall. Let's go to the massive kitchen mess hall, whatever that's over there.
Yeah.
And then you find Mr.
No
Ink Chef
access.
here. Yeah, he's like, hey guys, what do you want for dinner today? It's like, and then he's like, I got you greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. But yeah, like,
it will just be nice to see people bringing in stuff with horse carts or with normal carts to the town, so there will be more action there, like more life.
Allow the wheat to be stored on carts and just have people carting in cabbage and cook and
area.
Yeah.
Start making.
You have to put the settlements in like strategic choke points in that case to make them more like utilized.
But it's you're gonna have that though. Like at the same time, you'll have action within the town hall. But at the same time, I do agree that it is very bare minimum. So like the only you got 4 things you will go to the town hall for, right? There's 4 things. Well, I guess you could say 5, but not really. So you go to the town hall to go to the family hall to store something. Just for storage. You go to the town hall to go to the town workshop, which I guess is very often used, but it's, I guess you don't see that many people go to it as often. So that's just to craft the nails, the reinforced planks, and the other stuff, the mortar and stuff. And then you have the last 2, which is the tavern, which is not very often used, because I guess you only use it when you really want to use it, or like if someone's nearby and be like, oh, do you want to jump in quickly?
It's all about location.
Yeah, and the last one, of course, is the marketplace, which I guess does get used, but also not as much. So you know what I mean? There's the main thing that really does get used is the town workshop, but the rest of it is very barren. So like not that the life, like you said, in the town hall is very, very dull. So it's like it's not that many people go there. Like people go there to pledge to like upgrade themselves, and that's it. But that's like, that's just one time. It's like a one trip. Like, all right, I've gone there. I'm going back at Homestead. I'm never gonna go there again. Like someone else wants to maybe get the reinforced planks, I can't be bothered, or something like that.
Yeah. There's no agency in the core. We need some sort of agency. Like back in the day, people used to make candles for the king, and it would be distributed through like a public service because lighting indoors was a big deal. So like we need like services like that. Where's the firehouse? Where's the militia house? Where's our barracks? So that our army has somewhere to like stage something. Like you talk about a map or a war room. Why is there no barracks with a war room where we can actually plan and coordinate assaults on another settlement? Stuff like that.
That's why
if we're gonna have a barracks, we need doors.
That's why I really want the cartography table, because I want that to be within the town hall core. If you have that within the town hall core, it means people have to go to the town hall core. They have to go inside the actual building, because like there is an actual doorway within the town hall. You can see it. There's a doorway, but you can't. There's a wall, of course, invisible wall that blocks us. You can't go through this invisible wall, but there's a doorway on each corner, like there's on each side. I mean, so you can get in there if the wall wasn't blocked, but they haven't done that yet. So I'm curious what they're gonna put in. Maybe like put in a chair that only the Lord can sit in and be like, okay, man, this is what we're doing.
King in the castle.
Yeah,
King
like a
in
nice
the
little
castle.
round
You
table,
do this.
right? Yeah,
you
basically. That would be very cool though. Like have a chair for the Lord. A chair for the Lord only that can sit in. It'll be kind of funny though, because then if you think about it, someone's gonna sit in that chair and be like, no, I want to sit in that chair. Vote for me. Vote for me. And it's just all the votes are just gonna keep switching back and forth.
Just to sit in a chair.
Just to sit in a chair. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it would be really cool to have. It'll be interesting as well. to just introduce. And yeah, like I don't know, the cartography table will make definitely the town hall a bit more lively as well, because people will have to go there to see what has other people
Actively playing.
scouted, or what have they found. It's like, oh, what's over here? Okay, that's cool. You know,
We're gonna sync our intel.
yeah, because right now, especially recent bugs have created this problem as well, where the map wipes every time you go in and out of a cave, which is quite drastic. So it's like, so you end up having all this intel, you go in the cave, and then you come out of the cave, and you've lost all this intel, and now it's just barren, and it's shown that you've explored the land. Yeah, you've explored the land, but there's nothing there.
What's an ancient?
It just everything's gone. Also, when you come back, even from logging out, I think, and then logging back in after a certain amount of time, when you log back in, your map is empty again. So it's very weird why it doesn't still show the previous map explored that you basically explored from the other day, or the other past 4 hours, or whatever it is. But yeah, anyone else got anything cool that they have on their opinions that they would love to Drunken
Show the
truth
photo.
out here? Show the photo.
Uniforms.
I want a bank.
Show
I
the
want
photo.
more everything.
Which one do you want to see? Which one am I
wolf
showing?
photo.
The wolf photo.
Yes.
All right. So I guess this is. I don't know what is this from, Ink? You gotta explain it to me then. This.
That was something that I guess Cool Train or someone might have data mined out of the game a couple weeks ago.
Don't snake him out, bro.
It might be Cool Train, might not have been.
Might have not been it. We don't know.
Wow.
Basically.
Really dissing a mod.
Yeah, it's that's, I guess, one of the monsters we don't know. We might see. Who knows? Spoilers ahead. I don't know. I'm gonna get blocked from the devs in a minute.
Oh yeah,
from
he's
this
gonna
now.
yell at us now.
This is now Ink's fault. If I get blocked, this was not my idea. I promise you, devs, it's not my idea. This was Ink's idea. He forced me. Had a gun to my head.
That's illegal.
3,000 miles away, he had a gun to my.
It does look scary.
It does look scary though. It looks interesting. Maybe a new piece from the that might change the wolf that's down there below. Who knows? But yeah,
I want a bank.
You want a bank? Why? What's wrong with the town hall? Do you not like the town hall as your bank?
No, I want people to have to mine silver and then mint it at the bank.
Ooh,
I totally forgot about that.
That would add a little bit of extra to.
All right,
that would
so you
add to
can't
the
just keep
economy.
infinitely pulling silver out. Your economy has to have that silver minted.
Mint it at the bank, and you get more out of it as well. Do you know what's?
Then you find silver in caves.
Yeah.
You have to separate it from the rocks.
That was
grind
that was going to be one of my things where I was thinking, can they implement silver back into the caves now as well?
Yeah.
Just like as the other
and clay. They could throw clay back in too if they want. I don't care.
Well, we know what's going to happen to clay, but technically now we can't
Then
print it out into money. But anyways,
Yeah,
we can't print money out of clay anymore. But anyways, yeah, the idea of
No, but we can upgrade
silver,
roads then.
Yeah.
True. Could be useful for roads, clay. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. That could be actually
Pottery.
Clay
Clay
for
brick.
roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Okay. Anyways, what was it? So the silver idea was that we mine the silver, we cook it, and of course this silver gives you more than what it used to be. I think it was like you got 1 silver. I think from one.
That's terrible.
Thing, wasn't it? It was quite bad. It was quite bad exchange rate. Honestly, it was just terrible. 1 slab give you 1 silver. So I feel like it should be 1 slab gives you maybe, I don't know, like 6 silver or 8 silver or something like that. Because the pots give you 4, 5 or something silver, isn't it? Like it's between 4 and 4 and 6 or something. I don't know.
The conversion rate to the silver was like it was 10 silver to make like the whatever weapons, the relic weapons.
Was it? Oh, yeah. Was it? Yeah. I think so. That's fine. Yeah.
And then they base it out.
But it would be still interesting though, right? Because then this improves the economy. Well, if you don't live near a mine, and
you can
need
make a request.
I don't know. You need money or something, and someone's been mining the crap out of it because they've got all the silver.
Someone has a resource that they need to get out their hands.
Stuff, right? Yeah, you sell whatever you've got in the market, and those miners will sell. Will buy your resources because it's like, oh look, there's a guy selling, I don't know, Twigs. We've run out of twigs. We need really twigs really quick because we need it in the mines. All right, buy those twigs. We've got loads of silver. We mined like a buttload just a minute ago. But it would be cool, yeah, like you said, even mining it, cooking it maybe into like a silver resource, and then minting it at the bank.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Bringing you back to the town hall.
Yeah, bringing you back to the town hall. So there'll be a bank
Which
building,
adds more agency there.
which
Yeah.
so it makes it more interesting. And then you can.
I thought people could even like rent out like slots at the bank for like a fee, you know, like silver fee.
Okay, now we're going too far, Jose.
But bear in mind, you would take away the bed storage. You would take away bed storage, and you would make it at the bank, and you would have to pay a fee to store stuff like you did at the bed.
Oh man, we're gonna have to tax man this.
Yeah, that sounds a lot.
But then there's an economy and a little bit of a.
It's true. It would make an economy, and it would force an eagerness to get online. And
no noob is going to store their pickaxe in there if they have to pay me silver to do it.
Technically speaking, you already have the eagerness of the taxman of the homestead.
Public.
You have the homestead taxing already. So if you don't put money in your homestead's going to die. So technically speaking, that's already your taxing. So it's better off to
maybe it should buy them a slot at the bank. You get one slot at the bank if you have a homestead.
Maybe
you get a lockbox. You get a lockbox.
Maybe have it as a shared slot for your one homestead. So your one homestead.
Oh, okay. I could be game with that, Cappy. That's a good idea.
One whole homestead.
Family slot.
Yeah, family slot. Yeah. That actually.
Family
technically, you can use the family hall as your family hall is technically already
but it would be
silver.
They should just consolidate it into what looks like a nice bank with a vault, though. Honestly, the family hall is like, why? What purpose does this serve? It's a storage box.
Maybe we could could slide with that if it works. If it works well. If not, then I guess we'll just stick with the family hall. I'm not fussed with that either. But
true.
It's pretty cool though to have that idea to just introduce silver back again, because I guess the devs want an economy, right? They want something cool.
That's the core takeaway from this. Yeah.
Yep. Basically, I have one more point. I don't know if anyone else wants to add anything before I.
No.
This was going to be a long one, maybe. No, anyone got anything? Anything cool?
Yeah, I got something more upgradable to cooking. I've probably already said this before, but more like making pots from copper and steel.
Like dishes.
Yeah, dishes, bowls. Not bowls.
Pottery. Bring clay back.
We could bring the clay back. Yeah. So if we
bring
clay
back,
back,
first upgrade to like, you use pottery to help you cook in the fire pit, and then you upgrade from that to the bronze, better cooking gear, and you reduce the time it takes to cook some of the stuff. And
what if campfires had a slot and you just like slotted that cooking pot in and bam, upgrade
like
tier 2 cooking
like
pot.
in Factorio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
or like a mod in what's that game called? 7 Days to Die. You ever played that? Yeah, when you have a mod where it's literally like a grill mod, and then it allows you to unlock more cooking recipes,
right,
and also unlocks faster cooking as well and stuff like that, which is really nice.
I think it would be better to have it individually fire pit. So you have to go back, you upgrade, you make tons of stuff, and you can sell it to other people if they don't have the resources.
Well, I don't know about fire pit. I wouldn't mind the oven.
Not only the fire pit, but also ovens. Just all cooking utensil buildings. Buildings that cooks are upgradable with clay, copper, and probably also tin, like bronze, and steel as the last thing.
Well, I don't know if they're going to introduce steel again. I think they might really later on. Right now, it's still being iron. So, because I don't know, steel was not very popular. When it was.
Or might upgrade with clay bricks, for example.
Steel died the way bronze has lived.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea, also I do like that. But I don't think the fire pits should. I feel like fire pits, because you can build them anywhere, should be very just default and basic, where you can only cook like very basic things, and then like you said, for the upgrades for the other items like the ovens and the hearths and all of the other stuff, then 100% like have that, because I guess if you have that improvement just in the wild, it might be very either overpowering as well. Yeah, it could probably be abused as well and something like
just
that.
have slots on the oven for modifications, and that'd be fun.
Yep.
Thinking more like if you made it in your family home, the slot would be there, but not if you do it in the wild.
Yep.
Could that be a balance?
So Mr. Donut once again has pinged me about a funny design he's created as well before on this. I think we spoke about this as well a long time ago as well.
Yeah, this is when Fats came up.
There has been a nice topic. I like this one always. I always like the cooking topic one. But it's basically the design, I guess. I don't know, go on, Donut. You explain it since you're here. I don't have to read it out for you. So you explain this. What's this all about? And just guide us a little bit.
So it was just like just a thought of having so much meat. There was this test where we had so much meat and they were just decaying. And we had like a lot of fish, a lot of vegetables, and they're just rotting, So I was thinking of a cauldron to where you can just dump in everything. So everyone is like hungry in town all the time. So these people can just go to the cauldron and just feed.
Oh, so is this
instead
like
of relying on berries?
Town hall one?
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on. Sorry.
Good idea.
Kind of like.
I'm not against it.
But yeah,
I know it's just like to keep players visible food source, so they can say, "Oh, there's a massive pot here. I can just go here and get my food."
Would you have to put
and then
water
you have
in
this
it as
cooked
well,
food?
Then, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
it's a soup, right? This is like you got seasonal winter soup, right? So you gotta put water in and then just random bits of whatever food. That'll be interesting.
The town is starving. Foot repair.
It gives you a warm buff during winter.
Yep.
Keep you warm for a long time instead of relying on I have to find a roof, I have to make a fire.
And I'm assuming then the pots that we spoke about now, you use a pot or a bowl to scoop up a nice little dish of food and go, and then put it back in.
Oh yeah.
Put it back
to
on
just
a pile.
Use those and then you can feed.
That would be cool. I would love to see something like that. Something like this would be very interesting to see. Just to feed the town populace with nice food.
With a free meal.
Yeah, with a free meal. Yeah.
Now that we have caves, this will help a lot to keep us warm. And also like maybe storing food for a long time. Let's say, this is summer, and then I want to store food for winter, so you can put the food in the jar or something, and then seal it.
But
I think pottery will unlock a lot of things. I do agree to it.
If they do add in pottery, though, that's
if they will add it, yes.
If they add in, it's a dream come true. If it does. But so I don't know. Steele, did you have anything else before I switch it to something quick?
Probably upgradable road with bricks. You go from mortar, or first like sticks, mortar, rocks, stone slabs, I guess, and then you
what
go
is the
from
upgrade one now? Isn't it just stone bricks?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But then it should be more clay bricks, so it's more like this is Roman roads now.
Yep. With just to improve it more. Would be nice. Tier 3 road.
Yes. Wider lane.
Lane. Oh yeah. Or no, it's not wider. It's more like it's like it's got an actual outline on the side, so it's got
make it rigid.
Actual nice looking road.
Curb.
And then it's got like a yellow line to like say no parking here or something. just a little sign saying,
that's where the trolley comes through, huh?
No loading here. Only loading at 12 to noon.
Like a little stripe line that pedestrians can pass here.
Yep. Yeah, basically like a zebra crossing. Yeah. But yeah, that would be really cool as well. I definitely, of course, added that in already. Now we got the clay for roads. So I wanted to put at one point was also I've got it written down here. Where is it? Siege workbenches.
Yes.
Maybe so, like we were saying, maybe some cooking area for camps, like a cooking pot maybe for camps. We've always wanted an improvement for siege.
I have a big one
sieging.
for camps.
Camps need camps need a buff.
We
they
need the
a buff.
camp tavern buff at the camp.
Yeah, we were
That's
talking
the
about
big problem.
so like a berserker buff, I guess you could say, instead of a tavern buff, because I guess you're the attacking faction, and I guess you're not closer to your. Am I spelling that right? Berserk. I feel like I spelled that wrong. I think I did. Berserker buff for the camps, which I don't know. I guess maybe it could last longer than the regular tavern buff, but of course, it's.
It'd all just be equal, honestly.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how long does the tavern buff last? I don't even remember.
1.5 hours or something.
Minutes?
Does it? That is that's not bad, I guess. Well, I don't know, because you think about it, they will be closer anyways. As a defender, you're next to the town hall, right? So you could just be like, all right, guys, quickly, let's buff, you know, and then.
Oh, you want more time as the attacker because your camp is further out.
Yeah, your camp will be really further out, so you don't have the time to be like, all right, guys. Well, our buff is gone. Let's quickly run all the way back to the camp whilst they rebuild half the structures we've destroyed. You know, it'll be a bit funny, but I guess maybe if you die, then yeah, maybe your buff is gone, and then you got to reset it again. But I don't know, something maybe along those lines to
whatever's equal in the end, honestly.
Yeah, like so even like there's a lot of things that like so as I said, the siege workbench, I feel like needs to be there where you can I don't know, craft only siege related items. So maybe I guess you could craft more arrows if you really can craft arrows. I guess it will be difficult because all you're going to be doing is hunting chickens and I guess collecting the twigs.
Kill their
you get
chickens.
The flint knife. You got a flint knife when you spawn in. You just have to get. You just have to bring in at that point the planks.
Oh,
and find the flint.
I guess maybe have a sawbuck, allow the sawbuck at least then. But that's the thing. Like, this is what I mean. Is it's very you're very limited to what the camp can really do, and it's really weak. So like the walls itself are super weak. The camp itself is not bad, but it's still kind of weak as well. And it's
make
just
torches.
Yeah. Maybe allowed to make torches possibly, but I don't know, that might be OP, but at the same time not really, because torches are pretty weak and it does take a while.
Cheap.
They're cheap as well, and they're really weak, so it's not really amazing. Like I wouldn't allow maybe flasks, like maybe not allow flasks.
No, exactly.
Because then that's just a bit overpowered. Maybe allow the crafting
you can't have a dry
the ammo,
rack.
the catapult ammo.
Catapult ammo.
That wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't be fussed about that. Catapult ammo allowed to be crafted there, possibly. There's like a range of things. I don't remember all of them. I don't know, flint tools, allow that. Maybe just a couple flint tools to be allowed so you can cut down the trees that are in your way when you're building the camp. You know what I mean? Because sometimes...
That's perfect.
Yeah, someone forgets to bring, the axes, and then it's just one guy that's
the one
got
guy
the axe
without the
and
hammer.
He's all the way
So
down
you have
there.
flint tools.
Basically some flint tools to destroy the
hammer.
Who brought the hammer?
Yeah,
who brought the hammer?
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty handy just to have some of these basic items, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it for the
clearing up the forest.
Yeah, clearing out the forest, maybe
more
getting rid of
walls.
stone out of the way, making more walls. You're gonna maybe. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe add a sawbuck, so you're allowed to upgrade those walls to T2 with the planks that you get, right? So then you actually upgrade them so they're a bit stronger than the regular wall that it is, which is super weak because it only takes 4 torches or something, or maybe 6. I don't remember how many it is before it dies, because you don't even need to have to throw that many. I think you could just burn into it with 3 torches and just sit there and wait, and then it just burns into it. It's like, okay, well, I could just throw 2 here and just have it all burned down, and then half their wall is gone. You know what I mean? It's a bit silly, but
how it is. Yeah.
it's just really weak. And I'm assuming you guys experienced it as well, right? Were you guys on that attack camp? Hippie, Louis, and Steelhand, were you there on that attack camp you guys did? What do you guys think of the camps as well right now? Like, what's your perspective on them?
They're quite limited right now.
Yeah.
At what they can do.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, at the minimum, a sawbuck would help a lot at the camps.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot more that can be added, like what you guys have been saying.
But I don't feel it should be, you make another homestead.
Yeah, I don't want it. That's what I'm saying. I want it to be limited. But yeah,
it's rough and gritty.
Yeah, it's basically
things break all the time. You can't repair it.
Yeah, it's definitely, it has to be. It can't be too overpowering. So, like I said, maybe have it where the camp walls can be upgraded to T2 with the planks, but they're not. That they take, they could take more damage than the regular palisades that are there, because then you don't have to put 60 layers down, because that's what we always do, right? Because we know how weak those walls are, so we put 5-6 layers down just so we're like, all right, guys, we're good. Now we can survive at least 20 flasks.
It needs catwalks too, the upgraded version, so you can actually put an archer on the wall.
Yeah, it needs
just a makeshift catwalk.
Catwalks would be really cool, actually, because then that would then help with not spamming
levels you out as the archer.
Well.
Yeah,
catwalks, so then you
defense
can
is so much easier.
Would be pretty nice, definitely. Some sort of, because I saw you guys even as, I don't know if that was intended or you guys built ladders just and parked them there, but I saw you put ladders on the walls itself, and then you had some archers climbing the ladders because they were.
That was very
low.
intentional.
It was very nice. I like the idea, but of course it's not what you would end up seeing often, because you're going to need those ladders later on for attacking, right? So it's just it's nice, but at the same time, it
also clogged up traffic.
Yeah, it clogs up traffic, plus it does take up space. So let's say if you need more tents there, you're putting ladders in the way for those tents to not be allowed to be built there. So it's a bit of
same thing with the tower and the homestead. That ramp is huge for no reason.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like they should change that to a ladder. I don't know why. I feel like that just should be a ladder instead of a ramp, and it would just make things a lot better, maybe, because then you just have a standing tower, or maybe have it like a thinner staircase, that a shorter ramp, but it's a bit more, I don't know, I guess you could run up it or something like that. I don't know.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, it's a quick ramp that you have to climb really quick.
Siege tower to climb?
Siege towers, I definitely think siege towers would be necessary in this next not next update, but possibly in the future updates, because I've seen the walls, and I feel like you guys have seen your walls, how high you can make them. So I think I forgot what I wrote earlier on. What did I write earlier on here?
Maybe linking ladders. That you put 2 ladders on top of each other, you can link them, and then you have a long ladder.
Yeah, I was thinking
the high walls.
That could be interesting, actually. Yeah, catwalks for palisades. Sorry. So the idea was either siege towers, because the walls are now so much bigger, and the ladders definitely won't be able to get up to those anymore. So either so what was that? Linking ladders, which is, I guess, a very good way of doing that. Or I was thinking, also, those ladders. Good example, I guess I could do is Lord of the Rings in Helm's Deep. You know those massive ladders? Yeah, Steelhand literally just posted the GIF in the Discord. I saw that. Yep, exactly that. Steelhand, perfect.
Urukai just going.
The Urukai, man, just siege ladders. Let's call them siege ladders instead of just ladders, right? Because these are the big ladders. So let's call them giant siege ladders would be nice. So something maybe I don't know how it would work, how they would function. Maybe the same way like in Lord of the Rings, but it would be just a bigger ladder that allows multiple people as well to climb up because it's a siege ladder. So it will be, I guess, maybe 2 wide or even 3 wide, and you can have 3 people climbing up this ladder at a time. And then you get to the top, and you all 3 can jump off at the same time. And yeah, it'd be very interesting, very cool to implement. I would say maybe 2. I don't know. The thickness of a third person would be very wide. Maybe 2 wide, so you can have 2 people climbing and have a siege ladder. That'd be very nice. It'd be very
I know the
weird
Chinese
as well.
Semi advantage because they'll have like a 3 shield wall buff, and the attackers only have 2.
It'd be very yeah.
Well, the Chinese developed ladders on basically like a giant scaffolding on wheels, and then they would unfold it upward, and it would then turn into a double tall ladder. So it was like this siege tower, but it's more like a wedge, and then the ladder would protrude at a 45-degree angle forward, and then it would unfold upward.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's what the Chinese were doing around this time frame.
Well, I guess we're gonna have DIY foldable ladders then, IKEA built or something.
IKEA ladders.
That'd be great, yeah.
We're missing 1 screw.
That'd be brilliant. That 1 screw.
Why is this piece in backwards?
Makes the whole thing collapse and just everyone falls down.
Yeah, god damn it.
God damn it. I thought they were good at making these things.
If only it was made like Legos.
I don't know. Okay, do you guys have any other points? Because I'm going to just slam through then the rest of my last
No, we're
ones.
good.
Maybe. Okay. So I'm going to list them down.
Uniforms too.
Uniforms? Uniforms? What would the uniforms be for?
Help production. Let's say you have a smith uniform that helps with forging. A gathering uniform.
Okay.
Foraging, stuff like that. Nothing OP, just to help the production.
So uniforms like chef, smithing. What else was there?
Foraging.
What would foraging be? I don't know.
Fryer outfit.
You get like 2. You get 2 flints instead of 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Or 2 sticks, 4 fiber.
I like the chef
helps.
and smithing one.
It's like it's a little boost.
Fryer. Give us the fryer outfit.
What's the fryer gonna be doing? My
The
good
silver.
silver, man. We hide food in the outfit.
You hide food in the outfit.
You can carry more food.
No,
Is
you
that
hide
all
food in
it
your
is?
bed.
Is that a loaf in your pocket, or are you just
Do
happy
not
to see
do
me?
a
Is that a loaf in your pocket? Fryer out for
Dude, imagine they have
carrying
You laugh, but-
more food.
You laugh at it, but think about how many people in the Discord have the Church of the Loaf or whatever it's called.
Oh god,
The fish
they're gonna
worshippers.
have fish up their sleeves.
You're gonna see a bunch of people in monk outfits walking by with nothing but bread in their pockets.
Terrible. Anyways, all right. So I was gonna.
There you go, peasant.
Fine. Uniform sounds not too bad, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna add that just yet. I think that'll be probably later on when we'll get to the LARPing stage or something. So I was thinking. So parrying is one. I feel like because of this new combat system, parrying would be very interesting to have because I guess it's just something new. Plus, it might help with the way since we put our shield away when we're swinging. So maybe a parry button would be interesting to have while swinging then. So you block their sword and then you can carry on swinging at the same time. Would be very cool. I don't know if that would stun or not stun. I had also grindstone. So we were talking about damaged and repaired tools, right, and weapons. So I feel like if we get to that damaged state and it's broken or it's about to break, one or the other, instead of going to the repair bench and repairing it, you go there to sharpen it. Do you understand? So let's say maybe if you've broken the tool completely and it's in its broken state, then you go to the repair bench, you use nails to fix it, right? Because you've broken it and it's in its broken state. But if you haven't fully broken it, you go to the grindstone, you grindstone it and sharpen the tool back again. And it's like another, I guess you could say, like a smithing mini game, but instead you're grinding.
You're rewarded for doing
tool.
what you were supposed to.
Yeah, basically you're rewarded, and you don't waste any copper nails on it. So it'd be a nice good substitute to that. So then you don't gather too many copper nails for all of that, since copper nails is very often used for building, plus making siege weapons and so on and so forth. So I guess there's a little maybe fine line if they'd be interested in doing that. Let me type that all in.
I think it's interesting.
Tools when.
Does it lower the quality?
No. So it's the same quality and all that, how they have it in the game. It's just more of the fact that you don't have the problematic issue of breaking it completely, and then you have to go to the repair bench.
What if it did lower in quality if you went to the repair bench, because you had to go to the repair bench? But if you sharpened everything, it's fine.
True, we could do it like that, where low quality lowers.
On break. Yeah.
Quality.
Just one tier.
Yeah, just one tier.
Just one tier down. Yeah. Because you let it break.
Oh, as in the tier. Yeah. Actually, that would be interesting. Yeah, it drops a tier. It drops a plus.
There's the penalty. But as long as you're sharpening and honing and keeping it good condition, you don't have that drop.
That would be nice. I think that would be a nice.
There's your mini game. Yeah.
That's a nice little mini game. But yeah, what else do I have here? So we have grindstone, done that. Dragging boats on land or tying up boats as well. So
to dry dock and stuff.
Dry dock, tying up boats and dragging them.
It'd be nice to push them because the stupid beaching glitch.
Yeah, it's more of the fact that because I guess I don't know, maybe you want to transport a boat across a certain river and you can't get to it because this and that is in the way. Or you want to skip half a journey or something like that, or maybe there's a waterfall and you don't want to die, or something.
Go downstream.
So you don't want to go downstream and die from this waterfall, or you
Where's
want to go upstream.
Boat cart?
You want to go up the waterfall, but of course, you can't go up a waterfall with a boat. That makes no sense. So you've got to get off the boat, drag it up the waterfall, and then you carry on boating around, So it'd be really nice. Plus, since we can't build docks anymore, that is the other problem. We can't build docks. So it's not really.
There's
possible.
certain locations
where to launch.
Yeah, it's not really. I don't know.
It's not viable.
It doesn't work anymore. I think you're talking about the same spot where you built last time with your.
There's other spots. It depends on.
It's all circumstantial.
Yeah.
It's just because last time I tried it with that gate. The gate thing where you have the gate in between.
Yeah, you build and then you build the blueprint. Then
it doesn't do that anymore because the gate just blows up, and I'm like, bro, really? Come on! I spent all this time just to find out I can't do this anymore, and I can't lock in my boats. Come on, devs. It was cool to have those. Honestly, I liked it. Even every town almost had one of those, like a little dock area. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, keep your boat safe.
Keep your boat safe.
Nice.
It's just now you can't do that. Yeah. Now I just have thieving boatmen coming back and forth stealing boats everywhere. So yeah.
But I tried testing. I put the gate in the water and it does work. It just cannot be too deep. So you can just place it now without any issues.
Yeah, but
it depends on the location.
I still feel like I kind of like having that deep, because technically then you can't park a lot of boats. You still have to park then a small amount of boats only, or one boat. And that's it, because it'll be a shallow water, right? So there's not much space then you would be able to build, and it's not
well, the entrance, you can still build normal pieces inside, more in the river, and you just put your gate. It's not ideal, of course. I prefer the other way, but I got around with it by just putting the gate in the shallow bit, and then make a bigger wall around it. So you always need to go with your boat close to shore, but you still can go in and store a bigger amount. It's just not ideal.
Oh wait, do you mean the gate as in the new gate? This new big gate that we have?
Foundation gate?
Yeah. The big gate fits in the water. I build with it.
You know what?
Yeah, that
I
one
have
works.
yet to try that, good sir, because we didn't live near water, so I did not have the opportunity to make a dock next, because the town hall wasn't next to water, so technically couldn't make a dock at all out of that. But that might be interesting.
Yeah.
I might try that out.
I put a gate. I put like a gate, and then I put a few of these arches and another gate, and I stored my boat underneath it, underneath my castle.
That
So
might
it has like a boat storage.
maybe. Do you know what? If that works, I might have the
It does.
opportunity
I can look for a picture.
This I know, but if it's functional and it's really good, then maybe yeah. But if not, then I still want dragging boats on land. But anyways,
I want a full boat cart.
Yeah, on a full boat cart, definitely. What else did we have here? Capturing points of homesteads. So maybe allow us to capture town halls, homesteads. Would be interesting. Would be nice. The other point to that is also decay for homesteads is very I don't know. It's very slow compared to what the town hall decays. So when you kill a town hall, it decays quick, right? Because there's nothing there. But when you kill a homestead, I either want the opportunity to either have those items decay, not maybe as fast as the town hall maybe decays, but maybe just as the same speed. Because if you think about it, if there's no town hall and there's just a homestead there, it's really just, you know, I don't know, but someone can repair that and then rebuild all of it back again, and it only takes a couple hits with the hammer. So I don't know, decayed homesteads either need some sort of way where we can dehusk the homestead down to 0, or I don't know, something, just some sort of ability to allow us to basically remove the homestead completely would be really nice, just to have that gone completely from us. Oh, that's nice. That's actually, you know what, I'm going to show that quickly. So this is what Hippie created. It's very small though, I do agree. So it's not. I was expecting a bit bigger, of course, but I guess you can't go deep with the thing. I think Ink had to go as well.
And that location, it was I chose deep water, but if you find a shallow bit of water, I was able to put a gate there, so you could still extend the normal wall in the water and then use that as an entrance.
So it's functional, but it's not as cool as we used to make them, I guess, because we used to be able to go a bit deeper as well.
Full coves.
So yeah. All right, so Ink had to leave. He had to go do something. Anyways, back to that. So decay of homesteads. I think, yeah, I've really had this is like my bane of just hatred on homesteads. I've never enjoyed how, because you can spam them, I guess, within your territory. So you can spam them and they decay very slowly. They take 24 hours to decay, which is super slow. Once they die, of course, so it's a 24 hours, then it's like another 24 hours, I think. So it's basically 2 days it sits there when it's built, and it can just sit there as a blocking thing. As we kind of noticed when we went to attack you guys spammed quite a few of those homesteads in certain funny areas, which was quite, I guess, very good tactic. Honestly, it is a good tactic to spam it, because it means you can't build in that area because you're blocked by the homestead. So you're only limited to a certain area. But it is quite annoying how it doesn't decay very quickly. And I feel like it should decay instantly, like a town hall with if there's no one living there. So have you guys ever built a town hall and had no one lived there and it just instantly died?
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah. During the dev branch, I was testing the border pushing, and I built 4 tier 3 town halls, and the ones behind me were decaying within an hour as rapidly, I was leaving them. Yeah.
Yep. So town halls have it where if you build a town hall, no matter what tier you've upgraded it to, if you have no one pledged to that town hall, it will just die. So everything will die. So town hall will die, and then everything else, of course, will start decaying instantly because you've got no town hall anymore. So I feel like the same should be for homesteads, where if there's no one living in this homestead, and you've just spammed it just to block the area, it should just die as well. It should just poof and be gone, because it's really just it's just like it's, I guess you could say, a cheeky method of doing it where you can just spam it anywhere within your territory and just be, I guess you could say, a nuisance to not allow enemies to attack you. But yeah, it's a bit like that, and I don't know, I didn't really like it. I feel like it should just, it should have that same method as a town hall. But also, not only that, when you destroy a homestead, you should have access to everything. So everything should unlock for that homestead. As in, it should become completely neutral. Or, I don't know, I guess you could do it where it's one side where the enemy then has access to it because your homestead is dead. So only the enemy has access to it and you don't have access to it as the friendly that built it. I don't know, what do you guys think of that? Like, would you guys like that to be a thing? So when you destroy a homestead, everything in that homestead unlocks, so you can access the workbenches, you can access the mines and everything else that they've built. Do you guys like that idea?
I like it, but it could be overpowered.
Well, not really, because that's what I'm saying. The idea of doing that then should increase the health of the homestead as well, because it does take quite a few hits anyways to destroy a homestead. If
that's true.
Like with a ram, especially like this, when it's a tier 3, it takes a while. Tier 1, of course, does not so much. Ink is gone. Not Ink, sorry. Donut's also now gone. He had to dip. I think we're gonna, anyways, almost, I guess, end it there. I guess, unless you guys got anything else, maybe anything cool.
No.
I got nothing else.
Homesteads do need to change. That's all.
Homesteads do need to change.
There are there's a secret border, so there's technically 7 borders.
Yeah.
Secret border, you say?
Secret border.
The north.
To the north, far north. But there's 2 secret islands.
Yeah, someone said something about that. Didn't you? Was that you that said that to me?
Yeah, Rooster went up there one night and he was just poking around. He's like, "There's a homestead up here."
I was like, "What? There's an island? Where?" Like, you just showed me the ocean. I was like, "Bro, that's just water."
That's where the island was, though.
What was it, Amazonian island, where all the Amazons live?
It's like, it doesn't show the island. It's lost.
Yeah, the elevation changes there are wild too.
Yeah, there's some cool terrain, so it's going to be interesting to see in the future.
You probably found purgatory, my guy.
There was no food there, so yeah, it was purgatory. I died exploring.
Truly lost in Lost.
It was fun though. Very cool.
Yeah, and
very cool.
Just before we leave, when you burn into items, they should open up. We had this before. It worked fine, devs. Why is it not working anymore? We've had it.
They don't want you cooking flasks in the enemy homestead.
No, it's not that. It's we can't do that anymore. Anyways, that's still blocked. It's just
the doors don't open.
The doors don't open is what I mean. So you can't. When you burn into doors, they don't open up. Still, again,
1%.
It's just like
same thing.
It's kind of funny that the defending team can't even open their own gate when it's damaged.
Yeah,
it's just a slap to the face.
It's a funny thing. So it's just a standoff of like, all right, guys, well, you can't open it, we can't open it. It's just burnt.
You guys broke the door.
Ciao, whatever.
You broke the door.
All right, well. Anyways, thank you all guys for coming. That was really fun.
Problem.
Cheers.
It's been a pleasure, everybody.
It was really good. Thank you for everyone as well who did attend and left early, but like, it's a shame that I had to leave, but that's fine. It's other games have priority, but yeah, so see ya everyone till next time, and